Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, I want to tell everyone Happy Thanksgiving. Hope everything is going great for everybody. And we've got a special show tonight. We're going to talk about something near and dear to my heart. We're going to say goodbye to a great person and give him a moment of silence. You guys know what I'm talking about. His first name's Kevin. And just want to kind of remember some of the times that we had with him and some of the stuff that we owe him. He is the voice of Batman, after all. So, without further ado, here we go. All right, guys. Well, I hope everybody's Thanksgiving is going good. I hope that you guys have got family over there and they're not annoying you too much. I also hope that everyone's being safe and eating as much food as you possibly can. For those of you that saw earlier, if you haven't checked it out yet, I did make a video earlier about the very popular brass knuckle switchblade, which everyone seemed to like, and it actually turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I was actually very impressed with the results, especially for a blade that only costs $60. I mean, when you compare the price of brass knuckles, which are anywhere from $5 to $12, to a switchblade brass knuckle, which cost me $60. And I was fully expecting it to just crunch in my hand or, break apart. I've seen some really cheap things, just fall apart in your hand whenever you use them for anything. The $15 switchblades you get in Mexico when you cross the border. You've got those. You've got, the butterfly knives that kind of fall apart because their handles were made of aluminum. But I do have to say, I'm very glad that I waited, because the original ones, when I picked them up, they were really shaky whenever I would kind of jingle them around, and I didn't like them at all. I thought that they were quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Unimpressive, I would say. They were just one of those things where. Yeah, I don't really know what a lot of people have to say about it. I'm not sure what a lot of people do whenever it's concerning the switchblades or concerning brass knuckles. But I have been using both for 20, some odd years. Oh, dude, Shadowhawk, man, what's going on, bro? Man, I haven't seen you in a minute, dude. Dude, how long are you gonna stay with us tonight, man? Dude, it's a free-for-all tonight, bro. If you want to come in and give a chat, I know people got families and stuff, but if you want to jump on the panel anytime tonight, man, you let me know, okay? I'll drop the link in the chat. But people are blowing up my phone now, of course, right whenever I go live, right? But no, I was very impressed with it. I loved it. I liked it. I thought that it was it was a very pleasant surprise, because I was fully expecting it. The blade, when I stabbed it inside of the dummy, I was fully expecting it just to snap off. I mean, the blade looks so flimsy. I did not expect it to perform that well. So, but moving on, let's get to our first article. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to forget. All right, cool. Oh, Shadowhawk, sweet, man. Give me a second, man. I'm not gonna leave it out. We are gonna talk about them bringing up charges for Trump. Okay, I'm not gonna on purposely not talk about it. I'm just gonna save it for towards the end of the show. Okay, we're gonna do a moment of silence and a little bit of talk about Kevin, and then after we do that, then we're gonna cover the Trump thing. It's just, I really don't want people to only want to talk about Trump, or only want to talk about the crap and the DOJ and the GOP and this conspiracy theory and that conspiracy theory. And we're going to go over a couple conspiracy theories tonight too. I got a couple really cool articles for you guys, because I try to do something different with my shows, and I try to bring different angles for you guys so that you guys can actually see things from a different perspective, and you're not always just locked in. So here's Shadowhawk bringing you in, bro. What's up, man?
How you doing, brother?
Dude, I'm doing great, man. How the fuck are you, bro? I haven't seen you in
Good,
a
good.
hot minute, man. Dude,
Ah,
it's good
dude,
to see you.
I've been watching you, man. I commented on your video earlier.
Yeah, he did. I responded, man. Thank you. No, I've been seeing your support.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying on here, man. When I
Oh
was
yeah,
sick
no,
here, yeah,
bro, man. Me and Rex have been like doing these crazy long streams and shit.
dude,
Like,
like 4 hour, 5 hour stream.
yeah, man, it's been crazy. And then we're doing coffee streams in the morning with all the UK ladies now. And
Yeah. You guys had one this morning with like 4 chicks on the panel, man.
oh
Dude,
yeah, dude, Rex
look
was
at you
in heaven,
pimping out
dude.
over there, bro. For real,
He
man.
he
Yeah.
was surrounded by chicks. Rex was in heaven. I even
You
said at
know,
one
Rex
point.
loved that shit, the perverted old bastard. He's like sitting there thinking in his head, going, "Oh, I'm surrounded by these hot babes." You know how Rex's brain works, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I even
dude.
said at one point, I was like, oh, maybe I should go. I think I'm cramping his style.
Yeah. He likes having all the attention from the ladies. Hey, I can't help it, man. Let's see here. I thought that, yeah, dude, I was with you, man. I thought it was gonna be destroyed too. I thought that
Oh,
bitch
bro,
was
I thought
gonna,
the first time you stuck that thing and twisted
dude.
it, it was just going to snap right up.
Yeah. I got it right.
Oh,
I got it right
I
here on
thought
my
for sure.
dude.
Yeah,
And I
'cause
mean, when you look at this thing, dude, I mean, it looks flimsy as shit, doesn't it?
I mean,
I
and
mean,
look at the knuckle guard on it. It's
yeah,
like, that's
dude.
like,
If it,
yeah,
if
it's
it, if it,
thin,
if,
bro.
dude, if it wasn't for this thing right here, okay, this little thing right here, the clip on the inside,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
if it wasn't for that, this thing would be damn near perfect. Now, I'm curious.
Now, can you take that little the clip off there with like a
I can't.
small
I
Allen
can't.
wrench?
Yeah, I'm going. Well, see, look, this is what I was telling on the video too. Remember, I was saying it got loose. Look, I could just unscrew it. Look at
Oh
this.
hell yeah, yeah. Just
Yeah. So,
pop
like,
that
what?
thing off there.
Well, the problem with that is though, is when you put it back in, there's no spacer, so it's loose and it doesn't completely go flat.
Oh,
So what I'm
just
so
get a little Teflon
y-
washer,
yep,
Vincent.
little Teflon washer, and then I'm gonna put the blue Loctite on it so it doesn't come out. So it
There
stays
you
in
go.
there. Yeah.
Yep,
So
yep. Yeah,
and,
you know what you're
and
doing, bro. All
yeah,
right,
yeah,
yeah.
this ain't my first rodeo, bro. But
All
I
right,
mean,
all right.
I mean, I mean, but think about it.
I'm a blade guy too, Vincent. So like,
Oh,
because
dude, cool.
I've been looking at these for a couple of years, and I'm like, oh, they look so cool,
Same.
but they look cheap. It's
Dude,
like
the first ones look like shit, man. The first
oh,
ones
dude, the
were,
first ones look terrible.
and then the second gen were these big. The video I had on it, the one that you commented on from this weekend, the second gen were those big bulky ones, man. They're like this long. The blade is a little bit longer than this too. It's about
Yeah.
this, but man, they're like thick like this. The front of them's all bulky. I hate a
Well,
bulky.
dude, I mean, you know the history of the trench knife, right?
Yeah, of course. This is and I said that too. I said this was
And
basically like
yeah,
a
dude.
version of a
I
trench
mean,
knife. Yeah.
those things were devastating in fucking hand to
Devastating,
hand
and they
battle.
look like shit. They were
Oh,
devastating and
they
they
look
look like total shit. They were one
they
of the
look
ugliest
stupid.
knives I've ever seen in my life,
Yeah,
dude.
but they did the goddamn job, didn't
Dude. Yeah, man. Like they weren't pretty, dude. I mean, look at Abraham, dude. Abraham ain't pretty. My club, he's ugly
they?
as
Oh hell
shit.
yeah.
Dude, but that motherfucker right there will smash your brains in, man. It'll literally split your freaking skull, right?
Oh
But
yeah. Oh yeah.
like he weighs like 20, I think it's like 17 pounds, and the tip of
Oh,
it
are you
weighs.
shitting me?
No, dude, he's heavy as fuck. And then the tip,
I haven't seen the video on that one yet.
yeah, I mean, dude, Abraham is the only one of my weapons that has been used in actual combat. Like he's the
Oh,
only one. He's the only weapon that's actually been used in a fight.
dude,
Because
you had that on you had that in duty with you, or
no. I got into fights with him after the Marine Corps. Like that's where I got him.
oh shit,
Yeah, after Marine Corps.
really?
Yeah, dude. Like he was
Damn.
legit, dude. He was legit. And we just lost all of our viewers. We have 0 viewers right now.
Well, I don't know if we ever had any yet.
We had 4. They're gone now. All right, so
Oh crap, dude.
I think they got tired of us talking about knives. All right, so let's
All right,
get
well
into
let's move on.
yeah, let's get into our first story here. Now tonight we're gonna do it a little bit different, bro. You're more than welcome to stay with me as long as you want to, but I kind of wanted to do things a little different tonight. I'm gonna we're gonna do an homage to Kevin right before we talk about Trump, okay? Because he passed away recently, and I'm a huge Batman fan, and
Oh, dude. Oh,
he's the voice of Batman, dude. So like,
yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
he was the voice of Batman, dude.
yeah,
Like
dude. I
for
mean, in
what, 30 years? I mean,
30
something like.
was it 36 years? I think it was 36
Was it
years. So
36?
yeah,
Holy shit, dude.
someone fact checking me in our
I mean,
non active
I
audience,
don't
but
get me wrong. I still love Adam West because I grew up with him.
yeah,
So I'm always gonna have him, that in my head going Robin, but
Robin, yeah,
but
yeah, holy
yeah,
rusted metal, Batman, but
exactly. But the voice of the Batman was
mm,
Kevin, dude. That
he
yeah.
was, yeah, he was. I mean, when I heard them start to change the voice, I remember the first one was when they switched over to kind of the darker DC. Oh, you know what? We're let's save that conversation for when we do it, because
Okay, cool,
there's,
cool.
there's there's a lot that I want to talk about. Like, I'm not worried
All
about
right.
my 2 hour mark tonight. I really want to talk about Kevin, and the fact that you're on with me, dude. That's gonna make it even better. You and I are both comic geeks. You're
Okay.
a bigger comic geek than I am, so you're gonna be able to give me info that I don't even know.
Yeah,
But
I'm definitely a
yeah,
comic nerd.
because
But yeah.
if I stand correct, if I'm
Wait a
correct,
minute, Vincent. I'm not a nerd.
I know, right? Dude, I'm a proud nerd, bro. But if I'm correct, you and I are both diehard Wolverine fans too, right? Like
Oh yeah,
hardcore.
dude. I
Yeah,
love
me and you
Wolverine.
both
Yeah.
are hardcore Wolverine fans, and I know Wolverine and Preacher and Batman better than I know any other comic book. Well, I guess you could put Invincible up there and the Boys. I know them pretty well too, but like those are, I mean, like that's my core five right there. Like those are some of my favorite comic books in the world. So
Well,
the art,
the
the
boys
art
I completely missed out on, dude. I had to go
dude,
find out about them.
dude,
Well, I
like
quit collecting. I quit collecting completely, dude, in 2000 because I was sick of
what?
all the bullshit. Yeah, the crossovers,
Oh,
dude.
okay. Oh, well, yeah. I got you. I
I
got you. I
was
got you.
spending $400 a month at my LCS just buying shit that I couldn't stand anymore.
Yeah,
And then
because
I
it
got
got
divorced.
woked out and everything. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
I got
dude.
divorced like right at that time and shit. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just cleaning out my life. Fucking, I'm shutting everything down. And I just stopped collecting for 18 years, dude. I
Dude,
didn't start collecting again until 2018. I found Ethan
okay.
doing his thing.
Remind me to tell you, because you and I are going to go off on a tangent really quickly. Okay, like remind me
Oh
to tell
yeah,
you when we start talking about Kevin, we start talking about Batman. Remind me to tell you about the Pink Comic Book Shop. I'll remember. That's how I'm going to remember it. Pink Comic Book Shop,
pink.
and I'll
I'm
tell you
okay.
the story that got me out of comics in 2007. Okay, because I
I'm
was.
already.
What's up? What?
I'm scared to death just by the name of the
Dude.
shop.
Okay, because remember, this is after. Remember, I told you I got kicked out of a comic shop and had the cops called on me. So I was still trying to buy comics. All right, after that shit happened, So this was after that story. Okay, so let's get to this first story. So all right, this is a citizen free press. Now, I'm sure this is probably legitimate. Now, because it was kind of because it almost seems like a Babylon Bee thing, the kind of funny, haha, making fun of the
Yeah.
left shit. But I mean, you know, after seeing some of these videos of Twitter HQ and their wine dispensing machine and their fart room and their
Did you see that
meditation
fucking
room,
closet that Elon
yeah,
Musk
dude.
did?
I mean, at this point, anything's possible. So here's a little video, a little clip. This is from Elon Musk's Twitter account. By the way, I don't know if you know or not, but the picture that he has now, he's in like this weird kind of armor. I don't know if you've seen that picture of him, but
Oh
if
yeah,
you look,
yeah. I think I
yeah,
saw it. Yeah,
he's like this red, scarlet, black armor, dude.
yeah.
So I thought that was kind of funny. Okay, so it says right here, found in closet at Twitter HQ, hashtag stay woke. Okay, so now I'm gonna.
Oh my god.
At the merch thing, and there's an entire.
I mean, it looks pretty real. So
closet full of.
Oh no, dude! I guarantee you that's real
Hashtag
because
woke
the company I worked at
t-shirts.
before where I'm at now was
that,
a legal medical marijuana manufacturing facility.
oh my
And
We are.
I started there in 2020, and like immediately after I started, we started getting all these directives from
god.
corporate
Yeah.
about how we had to be very welcoming to all the
that sensitivity
LGBT.
training bullshit.
Yeah,
Like
all that,
be more sensitive to your minority
all the
counterparts and all
dude. We
that.
got shoved that.
Yeah.
I was there for 2.5 years, and they shoved that shit down my throat every 60 days. I had to take classes and do online trainings, and oh yeah.
Well, all right. Let's listen to what he
All
says.
right, yeah,
I'm curious to see what he says. Let's see what he says.
At the merch thing, and there's an entire closet full of
Secret closet.
of hashtag.
It's a secret. Did you hear what he said? He said it was a secret closet. That bitch was hidden, dude. That bitch was hidden. Oh, that's great. Oh my god,
me.
dude.
They had it stashed in a corner somewhere. No, that's the janitor's room. Don't worry about that.
No, there's no clean. Well, there's no one to do any janitorial stuff because they don't have anyone to do any work. Look at that. 591,000 likes, dude. Holy shit.
I love that they had like a full video arcade and like they had massages at lunchtime.
Something,
what
man.
The fuck?
Yeah, dude. Like they've got some crazy shit, bro. All right,
dude,
so
I heard before I started at my old job, they were actually doing that kind of crap. Like right before COVID started, because I hired in like right during COVID, which like messed up my hiring process. You wouldn't believe. But
you see
so
this?
like right after I started, like they used to have daily massages in the lobby. You could go out there at lunchtime and get a massage. It was freaking crazy the shit that was going on at the company I was working
for. And that's what I was. I mean, I started paying attention back in 2015, really, because I didn't really know what was going on. But I believe you do. Look at this shit. Look at this. I don't know if you know who Dinesh D'Souza is. You know who Dinesh D'Souza is? He's the Indian right-leaning Republican that does the doctor.
Yeah. He's awesome.
He's awesome. Okay, so he said, we don't hear much about Democrats and leftists being let back on Twitter. Why? Because they were never kicked off. That is a very, very, very good thing right there.
Exactly.
They were never kicked off, okay?
No. Yeah, only conservatives got kicked off.
Oh, my God. Look what it just did. It made me go there. It's going to blow it up now. All right.
Yeah.
So,
dude, look what they did to Gina Carano, though. They tried to fucking ruin that girl.
They did, but I mean, and what's funny is she's not even right-leaning. She's really not. She's just calling out their bullshit. I mean,
she's pretty moderate, dude.
She's
really
pretty moderate, dude. She lives in fucking Mexico, doesn't she? Isn't that where she lives now?
I think so. Yeah, I think she moved there. She got done.
And remember, she's a total bitch, dude. Okay,
she's a babe and she's a badass as well.
Yeah, and she's super smart. She's a babe and she's a total bitch. I mean, like everyone was trying to whenever she was doing that thing, California was doing the thing or whatever, when she was trying to get the guy elected, the black face of white supremacy. I forget what his name is right now, but freaking whenever they were doing that, people were talking about how awesome she was, and then everybody freaked out because she was such a bitch. I'm like, did you guys forget this woman was a total badass bitch when she was there? She's like the original Mean Girl. What was that movie? Jawbreaker. Remember that movie, Jawbreaker?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, she literally framed a dude for murder. Her character framed a dude for murder in high school, bro. All right, original Mean Girl. Okay, so we don't hear much about
I forgot about that one until you just brought it up.
Dude. I know, right? Leftists being back on Twitter. Why? Because they were never kicked off in the first place. Their lies and misinformation simply escaped all scrutiny, censorship, and has been deployed as a one-way operation against conservatives. Okay, and Twitter, just in case you're going to get me on something that's in Minecraft. But, I mean, look at this. Look at this. Okay? Twitter added 1.6 million daily active users in the past week. Another all-time high, dude. Okay, that's not a coincidence. And everybody, let me try to explain this to you in a way that makes a little bit more sense, okay? You don't just have 1.5 million fucking people jump on Twitter. That's not the way it works, okay? These people were kicked off of Twitter. All right,
yeah,
because
they were waiting to get back on.
Just waiting to get back on. These people have been sitting back going, "Oh my God." Like Elon Musk. And did you hear, dude? Did you hear that Elon threatened to buy YouTube and it freaked people out? Did you hear about that shit? Dude, that Bush is here.
Well, hey, Vince, here's my story, bro. 2018. First time I got on Twitter. I just retweeted and liked a pro-Trump tweet, I got immediately permanently banned. I just got back on
What?
Twitter. I just got back on Twitter after Elon Musk bought it, dude.
Are you serious? So okay, so you went on Twitter and then just like, hey, I'm retweeting this, dude.
Yeah, it was my first. I didn't even know how to work it. It was
Dude.
my first retweet. I was just like, okay, I like this. I'm gonna hit the little like button and I'm gonna do the retweet.
Oh
And
my
like
God.
4 minutes later, I got a message telling me I was permanently banned from
That's
Twitter.
insane. All right, guys, here's a treat. Here's a treat. You're gonna love this. Okay, I've been looking forward to this video. Okay, like seriously, Shadowhawk, Death, LA Warriors. This is an
Hey,
exact
okay.
example. Okay, this is an exact example of what they've been doing for the last 6 years. And I want you to pay close attention to this because I have seen probably 20 videos just like this, and I can't just go look them up. If you try to look them up, you can't find them because they don't want us to freaking.
No. Yeah, they private them real quick.
So check this shit out. This shit's crazy, dude. Watch this.
Hi, I'm Bill Gates, chair of the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors.
The eyes of the world are upon Maricopa County for another botched election.
Did the printer problems on election day impact Republican-leaning areas more than Democratic-leaning areas?
Am I here to accuse you of stealing the vote? Heavens no, for that would make me a terrorist, wouldn't it? Let me ask you, if you took your life savings to a bank and the teller put them in a machine and the machine kicked out 1 out of 4 of your bills and the teller said, don't worry, we'll put them in box 3 over here and we'll let you know how many were in there later. We'll send them off to a separate location and someone will be sure to get back to you and tell you how much money you have. Would you be okay with that? No, you would not be okay with that. Now ask yourself the question, which is more valuable, your vote or your money? Now ask a lobbyist that same question. Now ask a campaign manager that question. Now ask Mark Zuckerberg that question, which is more valuable, your money or your vote or your country or this world or the corruption that is taking over every single county in this nation? And then you look into your own soul and you look back at yourself in the mirror and realize that you are the cancer that is tearing this nation apart. Good day.
Dude, okay, like,
bro,
there's so much to unpack in this. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
I got. Remind me though. I got one important question to ask you after you get what you want to talk about this out, because it's just the one thing that struck me about it, and I wanna get some feedback.
Yeah, definitely, man. You're more than welcome.
Okay.
All right, yeah, more than welcome. I thought somebody was in the chat. Okay, hey, and Death Pusher, if you want to come on, LA Warriors, if you want to come on, it's an open
hail
panel.
Death Pusher. Good
yeah,
to see
dude.
you,
Like, if you guys want to come on, I dropped the link in the chat earlier.
LA Warriors.
Well, the problem with LA Warriors is her being in Hong Kong, dude, is they have horrible reception there. So she's tried to come on before. Dude, yeah,
okay.
so, yeah, but
I
dude,
didn't know it was a female. I didn't know she was in Hong Kong. So awesome to have you. That's great.
Dude, like, and you know what's funny is I go through the demographics to see, like, you know, what it is, and for like the first like 2 months I was on, I had 70% female viewers. And now just recently, the men have taken over. So now it's like 58% female and then 42%, or 58% male and 42% female. Because remember, YouTube is 70% male, dude. Okay. So I was like, wow, my demographics hitting women, really? Okay. So on this, I mean, first of all, whoever you are, you beautiful fucking bastard with your dreads and your beard, thank you. Okay, because dude, what that motherfucker just did right there, what he just did is
dude,
that was it was amazing, right?
That was a great speech, dude. He was dead on.
Speech,
dead on.
And he was respectful too. He showed his anger, right? But he also called them out on their bullshit. He literally called them out on this crap because let me explain to you what he's trying to talk about.
And I don't think he ever once dropped a curse word.
I don't think he did either. I don't think
he was very respectful,
very respectful.
You know,
yeah. Because imagine what he's probably in front of, like, what, 20 people on a panel or some shit, you know? Something like that, you know?
And you know they're all looking at you with
they're like this, looking at him.
Yeah, so, they're looking at you like, oh, Jesus, we got to put up with this asshole, you know?
Yeah. So like, okay, so what happened on election night whenever the midterms happened was like 2 hours after everybody started voting. Think about this. Some little short pipsqueak bastard in a pink shirt, no less, comes out on live television, is like, we're having some problems with receiving your ballots in the electronic machines. That's all he said.
Yeah.
That's all he said. He didn't give us any context. He didn't tell us anything about that. And it just so happened to be in fucking what was it, Pennsylvania? So, like, I mean, I couldn't believe it. They were
shocking, right?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, dude. The Pennsylvania vote was just the one. That one actually. I couldn't.
Pennsylvania and Arizona. Oh my God!
Did you see the interviews they did in Pennsylvania after the vote? And they were like walking around asking people what they thought about Fetterwoman, and like some of the responses were just, yeah, that's a rabbit hole. Anyway, so what this guy is trying to tell them is if you take their logic, if you take their logic from what they're saying about the votes and you put it into the transcript of this is your money, you're basically losing a quarter of your money and there's nothing you can do about it. And the government's going to tell you later on what your money is. So imagine you put in $100 and they take 25, and then like a week later they tell you, oh, you only put in $2, you didn't put in $25. That's exactly what they're saying right now. They're telling you that your vote wasn't your vote.
They're pushing hard for this electronic money too, man. That shit might happen anytime.
Anytime, dude. They're trying to get this whole Digicoin bullshit to happen. But and this guy's
look at what's going on with that.
Dude, Eric Boyd's here, bro. Eric, I dropped the link in the chat, man. If you want to come in, dude, it's up there, bro.
Hail, Eric. I love Eric, man.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I love Eric too, man. Eric knows I love him. But
awesome,
dude, you're not wrong. Look at what he said, dude. They're okay. I've got to give it to the Democrats because look, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican.
Yeah, exactly, Eric.
I'm a Marine, dude. I believe in the Constitution and the flag. But let me make something abundantly clear.
I believe, dude. I was raised by a. All right, now here's a little background, just so you understand me a little better, Vincent. Mm-hmm. I'm an adopted kid. My dad adopted me older in life because he never got to have no boys. Okay, and he wanted to carry on the family name. He served in World War II in the Army, the Navy, and the Marine. Nice. And then he came out, became a race car driver, a fucking all kinds of crazy bullshit, and then settled down on being a police officer. So I was raised by a guy that was, you know, he was by the book, by the rules, fucking very respectful of everyone. You treat people with respect, then you get respect. And that's how I was raised. And so, like, all this crazy shit that's going on these days, I don't understand it. I don't have patience for it. Because if you're going to walk up to me and be a crazy Karen, you've already disrespected me. At that point, I have no reason to fucking treat you like a human being, right?
Well,
you're not.
I mean, Karens exist,
but you're not treating me like a human being. So why should I be? So why should I be respectful to you? You better just get the fuck away from me.
I mean, yeah, dude, it's crazy, dude. But again, they exist because we've let them. Dude, we've let these people think that just because they feel a specific
we
way,
have bred them.
Yeah, we've literally made them, man. We've like the Catholic Church,
the education system, dude. The colleges.
Oh God. The religion, the college.
We let the liberal Democrats take over the colleges.
Yeah, it's a total rabbit hole, dude. I mean, we could talk about that shit for.
Yeah, I mean, but. It's gonna take 100 years to even try to straighten this shit out.
It's gonna take a while, but guys like this, and as long as people like you, people like me, people like Death Pusher, you know, other guys I talked to. I got another buddy of mine that might be coming on later. I mean, as long as I preach this all the time, and I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes I do sound like I'm preaching. I know, but it's the only way to really get the message out there. And it's,
I mean, you got it.
I mean, because like, dude, we can't be afraid of these people. Okay, we can't walk.
No, I don't, dude. I can't get canceled. I've only got like 37 viewers on my channel. Go ahead.
I know, right? It's like, well, I mean, but still, though, I mean, it's some of the people that I've talked to, have stopped talking to me on YouTube, and they've stopped talking to me, and they've stopped, you know, coming on.
No, yeah,
it's because they're afraid, dude. And I get it, and I respect their decision. I respect their decision to protect themselves, protect their livelihood, protect their families. I totally get it, man. I really do. But at the same time, you know, because I always hear this, that's just the way it is, man. It's like, no, it's that way because we allow it to be that way. Okay, we didn't get the independence or the independence of our country and write the the greatest document ever written because we stepped back and we're like, oh, it's just that way. If we keep
I hate to go hippie on you, but I started off. I mean, I was born in the '60s. I grew up in the '70s, so I started off as a green kid, right?
Yeah.
You know, there's an old Led Zeppelin song that says, that's the way it ought to be. But then the next lyric is, but is that the way it ought to stay?
Good call. Very good call.
And that always affected me, you know? I mean, because when people say, yeah, that's just the way it is. Yeah, but is that the way it should stay? Because obviously this system isn't fucking working.
I mean, well, I answered a poll that they asked if there was going to be ever a system better than capitalism, and I don't personally think in my lifetime we're going to come up with a system better than capitalism, but something that
capitalism is fine. Communism is fuck.
Well, yeah, Marxism. Period. Anything born from Marxism. Period.
Find me any example of where socialism, Marxism, communism. It's never once fucking been successful ever. Nope.
And you know what? What's even worse is there are people that honestly do believe that if they were in charge, it would be better. All right.
Oh yeah, that's the scary part because they think that they can run your life better than you can, dude.
Which is insane, dude. That in
you
itself.
Know what? Fuck you. I don't need nobody to run my life.
No. And
I'm
another
sorry.
thing.
That is where I draw the line.
Yeah, like another thing is I mean, Jordan Peterson said it best, dude. And I'm going to totally butcher this, Jordan. If you ever see any of my videos or whatever, I apologize.
Sorry, Jordan,
greatly. Yeah, but I'm going to butcher your quote, Jordan. But Jordan Peterson said any person that is that person that says, well, if I was in charge, those are the exact people that turn out like Hitler and Castro and Mussolini. Those motherfuckers are the ones that are like, if I get power, I can have 12 chicks at one time. It's like,
I've actually grown up with like friends from high school that became politicians and shit. Locally. And like they were all fired up. They had a goal. They wanted to change things. And then 10 fucking years later, they're driving around in a goddamn Mercedes and they're fucking sucking, the county fucking ass. And I'm like, what happened to you, dude? And it's good with I'm making good money now. Basically all it comes down to.
Yeah, it's what and people forget themselves whenever money comes into play. And when I got my business and I started getting a little successful and I started getting, into that upper bracket, okay? My family that hates me. You gotta understand that there is a very large portion of my family. I use the word hate. That's the wrong word. They extremely dislike me. How about that? And the reason why they extremely dislike me is because I'm completely different than what they are.
At Thanksgiving that would.
I don't get invited to Thanksgiving, dude. I don't get invited to Christmas, dude. Like, okay, they'll have a family reunion and I'll accidentally not get invited. That's me, bro. You know, because okay, I'm the dude that's there that whenever somebody says something really fucking stupid, I'm like, stop being a fucking moron. You know, that's me. That's just, I mean,
exactly, dude.
You know, I've always been that way. Even when I was a kid, I was that little 6-year-old kid that paid attention to everything the adults did and I knew what they were doing. Like the ones that were like drinking and slipping alcohol in their coffee and shit. I saw that shit. You know, like I would go to my grandmother's cigarettes. She would smoke cigarettes in the house, and my mom hated that shit. I would put her cigarettes out when she would line them up, and I'd be like, grand scene. My mom doesn't want you to smoke in the house. Stop. You know, like that was me. I was an asshole. All right, so this was kind of funny. Check this out. All right, so if you don't know how I feel about Gateway Pundit, Shadow, check. I think Gateway Pundit is a good place to go and find articles if you want a different opinion of something. But I would say 50% of the time they're so far right that they kind of like introduce things. Like last week on my show, I showed on here where they literally produced a statement and there was no factual evidence whatsoever to back it up. They just said something and they wanted you to believe it. And
I don't like. Yeah, I don't like that from the right either.
Yeah, I don't like it from either side. It's horrible from
no. Yeah. I mean, the left obviously does it all the time, but when people start resorting to those, and I get it, yeah, we're getting our ass beat because of their tactics, and we need to do their tactics. I've heard all the arguments, you know, but at the same time, you have to maintain a level of moral. You know what I mean? To me, there's just like there are certain lines I don't cross. My morals are
exactly. It has nothing to do with being right or left. It's like look, if you're a lying bastard, you're a lying bastard.
I'm just not gonna make up a fucking lie to try to, you know.
Yeah. Eric makes a really good point. Let me blow this up a little bit. All right, so a lot of pseudo-intellectuals think that socialism, communism is somehow for intelligent people, which is just ridiculous. Mark was the same way. Marx was the exact same way. Anyone who prefers capitalism or disagrees in somehow is mentally inferior. Yes, Eric, that is a very good point.
Yes. Now that is
because they'll hold their nose up at you and be like, "Oh, you are one of the people that capitalism." It's like, man, go fuck yourself, you piece of shit. You're communism has led over to 110 million deaths in the last 100 years. What the fuck?
Well, this is the thing that cracks me up is they'll look at you and they'll just be like, "Oh, well, you're just too dumb to understand."
Yeah, you're not intelligent enough. It's like, motherfucker. Like, okay. So check this out.
Motherfucker, I guarantee my IQ is higher than yours.
Literally had a guy say to me that I was too stupid to understand the difference between the whole gender thing and there's multiple genders. And I was like, oh, really? Can you tell me what pneumonocultural microscopic silicoconiosis means? And he just gives me this look. And I'm like, no thoughts? No? I learned that in the 6th grade, you piece of shit. When I was fucking 11 years old, I learned that word. All right? Don't talk to me about intelligence. You sat in a class for freaking 2 years while your professor held your fucking head back and shoved this shit down your fucking throat. That's why you're repeating what the fuck you're saying. You're not repeating words that are your words. You're repeating words that you've been told. Anyways, man, that shit pisses me off. All right, so this is funny. This is going to make us laugh. I want you guys to pay attention to this, okay? There's a really cool picture down below, and it's going to explain everything about this. So this congressman is leaving, all right? He's going out. Adam Kessinger. If you guys know anything about stuff, he's been one of the mainstream guys. You probably recognize his face, okay? This cat right here is called Cat Turd 2. He is a cartoon cat. He's just this kind of funny little bit on, I believe it's Twitter, if I'm not mistaken. All right. So yeah, it is on Twitter. So outgoing Congressman Adam Kinzinger loses it, threatens violence against Twitter user Cat Turd 2, a cartoon cat. Okay, here's the little kid.
Get out of here.
Look at this shit. Look at his glasses. So cute. All right. On Monday, popular Twitter user Cat Turd 2 I like that. Cat Turd 2 is funny. Posted this cartoon on the war in Ukraine, adding it's dumb that I'm laughing way too hard at this. Okay. Cat Turd 2, it's dumb that I'm laughing way too hard at this. replying to @CatTurd2. Look, here's the picture. Look.
Oh,
He's crying, so the tears are making the blue and the pee from the little pee. Now I don't know why he's got the little thing though, because that's not a Ukrainian thing. So I guess he just did that to make him look more feminine. But and it wasn't. And keep in mind, it wasn't Cat Turd that did this picture. He's just laughing at this picture, so he's reposting a picture. Okay, so now replying to @CatTurd2 from Mr. Francis, 1986. Okay. And then, Twitter reply, Arrow of the Truth, KC, they come out. Every time I see that picture right there, it always freaks me out. So the tweet triggered outgoing Congressman Adam Kinzinger, who then threatened violence against the online cartoon cat. All right. Adam Kinzinger, literal evil. If I met you in person, it would not end well. For you, sicko trolls who have never done a thing in their life, pretend to be patriots and laugh at real wars. Okay. All right. Okay, so first off, dude, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about because you ain't ever done shit. Okay, you for the last like 20 years, you've been freaking drinking Kool-Aid at women's assholes, bro. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay,
and living in his mama's basement.
Yeah, I mean, like he's in Congress, so the guy's obviously been successful. I'm not taking away from the fact that you've done what you've had to do. Played your cards right to do that. That's fine. You've done your thing. But look, dude.
Yeah, but dude, all you gotta do is get in Congress, and then you get all the fucking goddamn tips for the fucking stock market and every one of these people get rich.
They're look at AOC. Look at AOC. Like that chick's smart, right? Like she's smart enough to make like $3 million. All right.
She has no talent, no skills, anything.
I could drop.
She got elected. Now she's a millionaire.
She's a millionaire.
What the fuck?
I could put AOC in a moderately difficult maze, okay, and drop Kim lights in the direction for her to go, and that bitch would die. Okay, she would end up in the middle of the maze, unable to do anything, start eating her own shit and drinking her own piss, and then she would die because she's unable to survive outside of the environment that produces soy lattes with no foam extra.
Dude, she is too stupid to even understand the average fucking American apartment.
Big booty Latina. No big.
She didn't know what a garbage disposal was, dude.
And did you ever see the video of her in yoga pants, drinking wine, trying to put a table together? Did you ever see that video?
God. Yeah,
it's like 2 hours of her not knowing what an L bracket is. It's great.
Could you imagine her trying to start a fire?
Oh my God, dude. So he responds with, this was quite an overreaction to an online meme, because all this was a meme, dude. And we know the left can't meme. Sitting congressman threatens violence against a U.S. citizen over laughing at a meme they found funny. Remember, he didn't create the fucking meme. CatTurd2 just freaking recommented on it. It was laughing.
Oh my God.
Laughing at the meme they found funny. I can't stop laughing at this infant. He called him a fucking infant, dude. Literally evil. If I met you in person, it would not end well for you, sicko. Trolls. I mean, it's dumb. I mean, I don't. Okay. All right. Look, I don't.
You know what cracks me up is every time somebody decides to try to act all big and bad online. And they're like, well, if I met you in real life, I would fuck you up, dude.
Yeah, you're always like the hardest motherfucker. All right, let's catch up on the chat. We got some people in the chat now. Eric and Boyd says
every time.
Oh yeah, dude, gets me every time. LOL, I follow CatTurd on Twitter. I don't have Twitter, so I don't follow, but I don't follow.
Well, hello, my friend.
Yeah, damn, she can stretch. Actually, Eric, I think that's a dude. Well, watch. Next time we go, Eric, I think it's a dude. But, dude, I thought it was a chick to it first, man. Seriously.
Dude, I didn't look close enough at that.
Yeah, but it looks like a chick, right? But I think it's a dude.
Oh,
Super Spurg, welcome, bro.
I'm gonna have to look at that. I'm gonna have to look at that again. Oh no.
Dude, Super Spurg, welcome, man. I'm glad to see you here, brother.
Dylan says, "What's an L bracket?"
It's like we do. Welcome to my chat, bro. Dude, good to have you back, Dylan.
I love you, Dylan.
All right. AOC can take a piece of steel wool and scrub it against her back teeth to get a spark. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked
I
up,
bet
dude.
if
Yeah,
you
dude.
scrape
I'm
a
serious, man. Let's see if it's there. We'll go back and check it real quick. All right.
you scrape a piece of wool right between her butt cheeks, you might be able to get a spark.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and I mean, dude, you know, and I've been asked before, like whether or not I think, you know, she was a plant or whatever. I don't think she was necessarily a plant. Let me explain what I think about AOC and why I think she's
No,
there. All right. Okay.
I think she's
Okay.
some senator's
I
fucking
think
toy.
that's a dude, guys. That's a dude foot. That's a dude
No,
foot.
really?
Yeah, that's a dude foot, man. Look, I think he's got a sideburn. Yeah, look, he's got sideburns.
Yep.
All right, Eric. Look. This is amnesty. Amnesty. Right? You didn't know, bro. You didn't know, man. It's all good. Because every time I see the picture, I'm like, what the fuck? Every time I see that shit, dude. All right. So, but okay, like what the way that I see AOC is they were like, okay, Pelosi's like old, nasty looking, you know, always drunk. We don't need her to be the face of the left. So they were thinking, let's get an ethnic, attractive. I mean, I'm not saying she's hot because I don't think she's hot, but I do think that she would pass for a 5. Okay, if AOC could walk into any bar in the United States of America wearing a short skirt or fucking yoga pants and heels, and she's gonna walk home with whatever dude she wants. Okay, that's just how we work in America right now.
Oh,
So,
dude, I'm just saying, at
yeah.
you know, at 2:45 in the morning at closing time of the bar, somebody would pick her up, even with her crazy
You're not a
eyes.
twat waffle, Eric. You're not a twat. Eric said he feels like
Yeah,
a twat waffle. You're not a twat waffle.
even with her crazy eyes, I might even pick her up. You know, back in the day when I was single, but you're still taking home crazy.
I mean, dude, you know, but remember, dude, okay, she's getting married to some guy. Some dude is simple
Some
enough
asshole's
and
marrying
cunt
her.
enough to marry that chick, dude. Think about that, bro. Okay, like that's crazy,
Well,
man.
he's probably marrying her for the money, bro.
All right. Okay, so let's see here. Now this is a good one.
'Cause nowadays, can't you turn that around and like get a divorce from your wife and like be like, oh, she needs to support me?
Yeah, you can actually. There's been several cases that happen.
I
Now,
think certain states, yeah, you
well,
can actually.
but then again, it should have always been that way. Like whoever, like women have always had the side.
Oh,
when it comes to
women have
court.
always.
It's always been that way. But they did that on purpose. That happened. Actually, a lot of people don't know how that works. But we'll talk about that another time. But remind me, and I'll tell you why that is the way
that's
that
a whole
it is.
nother show,
It's a whole
brother.
other show, dude. We could do a whole show on the court system and women versus men, dude. All right, so check this out.
Oh, dude,
This is cool.
I can tell you just what's happened to me with me and my boy in the last fucking 7 years. It's a goddamn horror
It's
show.
crazy, dude. It's absolutely crazy how that shit works out. Okay, so and I've got so many stories, man, from the Marine Corps and civilian world. All right, so now
His
if
mother
you guys
doesn't
remember,
have to do anything but collect my money.
yeah, no shit. So if you guys remember, okay, I don't know how many
Yep.
months ago it was, but they hired 84,000 employees for the IRS. That big bill, the what was it called? The
Oh,
Inflation
yeah.
Reduction Act. Okay, so in the Inflation Reduction Act, in that
Right,
800-page bill, there was a $84,000 increase in IRS agents, and then there were all those ridiculous memes and all those real videos of them training with weapons. If you don't remember, that was horrible. It was so scary. Okay, so this is something new.
Yeah,
This
because they're gonna come after.
Gonna come after us, man. That's what they're gonna do. So
They're
this
coming after
just
the
dropped
middle
yesterday.
class, dude. They lie to us every time.
Well, where do
We're
you think they
only
get a
the
majority of
ones.
their money from? I mean, yeah. Ben Shapiro had a really great point that the rich, the 1%, do pay like 80% of the taxes when it comes to certain things. But all of the excess money that we get from the United States of America comes from the middle and lower class. They want to keep us middle class. They want to keep us poor for a reason.
And
you know,
and that's the thing that they don't point out is that those big huge conglomerates are paying 80%, right?
Yep. Yeah, dude.
But to
they're
them,
paying, they're paying between
but
50
to
and 80,
them,
depending on
that
where they are. Yeah. Yeah.
right, but the money that they're paying is a drop in the bucket
Dropping
compared
the
to
bucket from what they're
their
bringing in.
profit.
Yeah,
So they don't give a
sick,
fuck.
man. It's sick, dude. Okay, so this is from now. I want to point this out. This is really
It
important.
doesn't hurt them. They can increase taxes, you know.
Mm-hmm. I try to be as versatile as I can on here. I told you guys before, I don't like doing one news source. I like giving you guys news and articles from all different places. Now look, this is from
I'm
CNBC,
sorry,
dude. Dude, this is
Eric
CNBC
just
right here.
cracked me up. I got it.
All right, okay. What did he say? What did he say? What did he say? Oh yeah, he's getting a big booty Latina. Fuck yeah, he is. All right. By the way, guys, welcome to the chat. Welcome everybody. For those of you that
big
are,
juicy Latina booty.
I know, right?
She's
right.
my favorite.
I like this one. I like Dillard, dude. Dillard was like, "What's an L bracket, dude?" That's literally what she did, Dillard.
God.
She was like holding up the legs from the table she was trying to put together, dude. And she was like, "Where does this go?" And she, of course, she just happens to be in like this skin tight, like cat suit, like like not wearing underwear and shit, right?
No.
Like just happens to
Yeah.
be. All right. So, anyways.
She didn't plan that at all, dude.
Yeah.
No,
that wasn't planned. Okay, so this is from CNBC. Okay, it's from Lauren Feiner. Lauren Feiner writes a lot of articles. I've read articles from her before. I think she's one of those secret Republicans that's hiding amongst the Democrats. That's my personal opinion. I think one of these days when all this shit's over with, I think Lauren Feiner is going to come out as a moderate. But hey, we'll see. So, TaxPress software sent back personal consumer data to Meta and Google, report says. Listen to this shit. This shit is fucking scary, okay? Key points. Popular tax prep software, including TaxAct, TaxSlayer, and H&R Block, sent sensitive financial information to Facebook company Meta. An investigation by the markup found. Dude, they're sending tax shit to Facebook? What the... Why? Like, okay, I mean, before we get to the other two, before we get to the things,
why the fuck should Facebook have tax records?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't understand. Like, it makes absolutely no sense, but again, we have to say to ourselves when stuff like this happens, they're gonna try to make us think, even though this article is out, right? Somebody, because this came out today, somebody tomorrow is going to make another counter argument and say, "Oh, well, you misinterpreted the rules. You're going to pull a Patriots here.
Yeah.
You misinterpreted the rules, or you misinterpreted how it was read. You read it wrong," and then they'll kill the fucking story. Okay?
Yeah, they'll kill the story. They will spam, and they will spam that shit. Yeah. Oh, it was misinformation.
By the way, YouTube, this is all on Minecraft, just in case. Okay.
Yeah.
So
it will be all in misinformation.
All in Minecraft. All in Minecraft. Okay. So now
we also have no stabbing deaths on this channel.
No shit, right? The software sent information like names. Fucking listen to this fucking.
I'm sorry.
Email addresses, income information, and refund amount. Dude, they were telling how much money they were getting back. That's so fucked up. Go rob this person.
Okay. No, yeah.
Sending
Don't
such
come and get
information
this
violates
guy.
its policies, and spokesperson said its system is designed to filter out potential sensitive data. That is so bullshit, dude. Okay, this is like covering their ass. Sending such information violates Meta's policies, and spokesperson said its system is designed to filter out potential sensitive data. That is so bullshit.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
AOC's bullshit big booty Latina. That is not a big booty Latina. That's a small booty Latina.
Yeah, I mean, again,
it's
she's
not
a 5, dude. She's a 5. Okay,
and maybe a 7 if you're drunk. I
mean, yeah. If you're drunk and she's wearing like stilettos and pantyhose,
maybe,
and like maked up out, hair down,
like
not
some
up
really
she wears it. Yeah,
some good Lululemons or whatever,
But dude,
really hugging that ass.
Yeah, she's not all that bag of chips, dude. She's not.
No, that dude was like way over the top with the big booty Latina.
Well, okay, but he was doing it on purpose. That's Alex Stein. He's from Texas. Okay.
Well, yeah, I get it. Yeah, no, I get what he was doing.
And she was
But
like throwing the peace symbol up in the picture.
But
Did you see
she's
that, dude?
like making a big deal out of it. Like, look at my big juicy booty. And, honey, I'm
afterwards,
sorry.
after she realized who he was, did you see her like counter video? Like he already released the live video, right? and then afterwards, dude, this bitch comes on and she's like, I feel so violated, and I understand now why the Capitol was violated on January 6th. And I mean, dude, like, and there's people out there that are watching her and believing every word. Those pictures of her at the border of Texas, first of all, never come back to my state, bitch. To the fuck out of my state. Number two, she's at the freaking border with this like white suit, like crying on her knees, like someone's taking these photos and she's all, there's no tears or anything. She's like, dude, look at these pictures, Hawk. She's like hanging on the fence, dude, like this.
Oh,
like,
yeah, dude.
No!
That's amazing.
And
she's like Spider-Man on that thing. Dude,
but yeah, and people believe her. They believe that she's being realistic. It's like, so in Hollywood, man, and I truly do believe this. You know, what's his name talks about this, Nerdrotic. You know, Nerdrotic was in Hollywood for a while. Okay, so yeah, Gary talks about this. They live in this like little bubble. Okay, and they never go outside of that bubble. So when you live in that bubble, man, you know, it's just the way that it is. You know, like that's the life. So if you don't agree with it, then you're kicked out of this special bubble, and you don't ever get to come back. You're canceled. So that's why. So let me finish this article so we get through it, because I'll talk about it all good, man. All right. So popular tax prep software, including Tax Act, TaxSlayer, and H&R Block, sends sensitive financial information to Facebook. Parent company Meta. Meta is the one, by the way, that just went like negative $500 billion, if you guys don't remember, through its widespread code known as a pixel. That helps developers track user activity in their sites and investigation in the market found. In the report published with The Verge, that's a news article, we've actually talked with them, on Tuesday, the outlet for Meta Pixel trackers in the software sent information like names, email addresses, income information, refund amounts on Meta, violating its policies. So just from that statement alone, if we don't read another thing on this, Hawk, think about that. Meta right now should be sued by every single person that it did it to. Regardless of whether it was a mistake or not, Meta is now on the grounds to be sued by every single person that it violated. So let's just say they violated 20,000 people. Dude, that's a lawsuit for 20,000 people against Meta, dude. Okay? The markup also found that Tax Act had transmitted similar financial information to Google via its analytics tool through that data, although that data did not include names. Okay, it's going to talk a little more about this. I don't want to drag out too much of it. I want to move on to the next thing. But I did want to note this. This is from Meta considers potential sensitive information. Who said this? I want to see who said this. It's not telling me who said this down here because somebody did take a quote. Okay, we go. Any data in Google Analytics is obfuscated, meaning it's not tied back to an individual or policies prohibit customers from sending us data that could be used to identify the user. A Google spokesperson told CNBC. So they didn't identify them. Additionally, Google has strict policies against advertising. So this is basically smokescreen to cover their own ass. Okay, I don't want to get too much into it because basically I'll just bore everyone. Let's get our freaking chat caught up. Dude, what's up, creators? Hey, creators, man, I was talking about you earlier, bro. I've got the link up in the chat. If you need me to pop it again, here we go. You, of course, are more than welcome to come on. We haven't got to the conspiracy theories yet, but you're more than welcome to come on. Also, Dillard, dude, I know that you might be busy drawing or whatever, but anybody wants to come on and pop in the chat, we're just going to be talking about these articles. It's not a big deal. Thanksgiving special. I'm not doing my normal 2 hour. I'm probably going to be going a little bit longer tonight. We're only on the fourth story and we're already at the hour mark, dude. So let's see here. I need to borrow $20 million. I'm trying to buy T-Rex. No shit, right? I'm good for it. No shit. But they would report you, bro. They would tell you where that $20 million went. I can flip this bad boy for at least $5 million profit. It's fucking badass. Yeah, this is all real interesting and all that, but what's up with that 20 million? What's going on, brother? Can you hear me okay?
What's up?
What's going on? So Hawk's muted right now. He'll be back in just a minute. I think he had to go do something with his family. I heard something happen. But dude, we're just rocking and rolling. How'd your stream go, man? I know I had to leave it because I was obviously doing this, but
we went like a.
I'm grabbing a quick bite.
Oh, dude, take your time, Hawk. Take your time, brother.
We went
I'll
like
be
an
right
hour
back.
and a half, and I cut it because we pretty much went over everything. We were just talking about like a little bit of everything, of course. And I'm like, I got to give this guy like at least a half-hour break. He's due on Bancroft in 30 minutes. I'm like, so we started early. We were supposed to go at 8. He goes, normally I don't care, but I'm like, he goes, we can go earlier. Just pick a time. He goes, like 7:30. I go, 7 works.
Okay.
Probably better because I'll ramble on about stuff. We had Mo Biggs in the chat, and you and Chris Fisk from Infantile Chronicles, and
you know what we should do? Seriously, I think we talked about this last time a little bit. We should do like a 9-panel like once a month. All of us that kind of talk about a bunch of the rando shit. We should probably do that just like once a month. Get us all on the same panel. Get all of us, because all of us have a different way of looking at it, man. And one of the stories I'm going to tell tonight is something that happened to me yesterday. But dude, there was a woman holding a sign up showing the numbers. This is in Minecraft, YouTube. Minecraft. Dude, she was holding up a sign. This is like right over here by me, dude, like 10 miles away, okay? And the sign had a list of all the people that have been killed, hurt, paralyzed, birth defects from the preventative that they called a vaccine, okay? And she flips the sign over, and it's got a list of names of the people that she's known in her family. I want to interview her. I want to actually go and find her because I couldn't stop. I was in the wrong lane. I want to pull over, and I want to go and talk to her. See if she'll give me a live interview. That's what I want to do. And, I mean, there are people out there that don't have anybody to talk to, bro. They just don't, man. They don't have anyone to converse with, Will. That they don't have anyone to talk to about the stuff, and they feel lost and they feel disconnected from reality. They feel disconnected from society. So, and some of the people that email me, some of the people that talk to me on the show or send me messages in the chat or whatever, dude, hearing what guys like you, guys like me, guys like Nurk Roddick, Tim Pool, Jordan Peterson talk about, man, it blows their mind because they're actually identifying with what they're saying, and no one on the mainstream media is talking about it.
Oh,
guys
no, they won't.
They won't. They refuse to. They're scared to. They're afraid to, Will, because they don't want to get canceled. Okay? But anyways, all right, bro. Hey, before I get into the next story, man, thoughts on anything we've talked about that you were watching? Anything you want to say before I move on to the next story?
No, I just kind of like came in like towards the end because I'm still like bouncing around, and I'm working in the background and uploading my my podcast to my the audio from the YouTube show up to my podcast platform. Okay,
cool. You got a podcast too?
Yeah, I transpose the you can download the audio separate.
Okay.
Once you wrap like a StreamYard thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you can download the entire show and have a backup copy on your hard drive, right? And you can do the same thing for the audio. And so I do both, and I use that to make the podcast.
Gotcha.
And I've had in the last 30 days, I've had 99 people download my podcast.
What? Dude, that's badass. What's up, Dillard? Welcome to the panel, brother.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How are you?
It's doing good, man. It's doing good. How are you been, man?
Oh, I'm a hot potato.
A hot potato?
I
Dillard,
lost it on my
Will,
kid's doctor this afternoon.
Oh, did you say you went to the doctor?
Yeah, I went to my kid's doctor to go get him checked out.
Yeah.
This lady comes in with a fucking attitude.
Oh boy.
And she tells my wife, because I went with my wife, right? She says, "Can you, with your right arm, hold your kid's hands down so I can check her ear," right?
Okay.
So my wife is adjusting her purse out from underneath the kid so she can sit her down and move it. And as she's doing this, the doctor takes her right hand and puts it across the kid's arms, like you're not moving fast enough for me, honey, kind of bullshit. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
And I'm like, I'm gonna need you to get the fuck out of here. Speak to another doctor. I'm sorry,
Right.
but yeah, I'm sorry, but you're out of control.
This relationship ain't working out. We're breaking up. We're done. You know, don't pass collect $200. Just get the fuck out. No, I got you.
And of course, my wife, don't make a scene, bitch. I'll make a fucking scene.
Right? Yeah, women always do that. I love that. They're like, "They're just lay down." Carol, welcome to the show. I hope you enjoy. Please, you're more than welcome. Also, guys, real quick, I wanted to plug this. Will Dillard. I don't know if you guys know this or not. Carol's aware of it. So is Death. I was Eric. I don't know if you're aware of it or not, brother, but I'm doing a giveaway starting on my live show on December 4th. I'm dropping my email in every show now. Okay. And I'm giving away gift cards for people that are in need. I've got some Visa gift cards, PlayStation gift cards. I've got GameStop gift cards.
What the hell kind of a person is in need of a PlayStation gift card?
I mean, dude, the number one thing people buy their kids for Christmas is motherfucking video games, man. You know that shit, dude. It's either video games or something to do with electronics. So, because I asked a bunch of people what I should get, and they were like, get Play Store cards, get PlayStation cards, get GameStop, and I got a couple. I've got a couple Visa gift cards, just for general purposes, So it's like okay, cool, So, but what I want to do is I want you to spread the word. If there's someone that you know.
Well, how is it going to make me look? You being so generous and me doing absolutely nothing.
You are doing something. If you get me a story and you email me someone's information or get them in contact with me to where I can read what they're up and how they need help, dude, that's you doing it, man. What are you talking about? You're a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. So like that's how you're contributing, bro. I'm not asking anyone to help me out with money or whatever. I'm just asking you guys to help me get the word out. That's it. That costs you guys nothing. But I'm telling you, dude, during Christmas, man, a $50 gift card, Visa gift card makes a difference sometimes to people, dude, and if I can afford it, which I can, and other people can't, I mean, dude, you guys know how hard it is right now, dude, there are people right now that can't, they're taking out what? Dillard, did you hear this shit? Will, did you hear this shit? People are taking out loans to buy groceries. Mm-hmm. Loans to buy groceries.
I'm sorry if I don't feel bad for these people. I can't get approved for a loan to save my life.
I mean, I was thinking the same damn thing. I'm like, damn, man. Like, they're giving me a hard time.
People just got credit scores like that. They just go get a loan.
Just go get a loan for freaking. But dude, think about how fucking hardcore that is, though. If you're taking loans out just to get food.
Yeah,
but
it's 2020. I'm not a pothead. That's my credit score.
Right? It's fucking badass. No, dude. I thought about that Super Spurg, but I mean. The shipping and handling on giving away one of my blades. Besides, if I were to give away one of my blades, I mean, what if someone used it to kill somebody with? I'm going to use Vincent's blades to kill someone. It's like, I don't know.
No, one of your blades arrives in my mail. I'm going to take that as a direct threat from Vincent.
Exactly, dude. What if they did that shit? Dillard, someone would do that. They'd be like, he sent me a knife, and I'm taking that as a personal threat.
Not only did he send me a knife, it even had my name on it.
That's a direct threat in 2022.
He's a well-known conspiracy theorist.
Dude. It would say former Marine, well-known conspiracy theorist Vincent De Leon sends knife to innocent, sweet person. It would be just like that. All right,
he's
so check
crazy.
this out.
This guy thinks he's Rambo.
Yep. That's exactly what it is. So listen to this shit. This is from Daily Caller. A news foundation, okay? They're more of a moderate. They lean right, but they're more of a moderate, okay? The UN declaration calls for as much as 10 trillion with that fucking T a year to meet climate targets. Dude, say that out loud. Dillard, Will, I need 10 trillion a year from you to save our planet.
Look, man, all I need is 20 million for this T-Rex skull.
It reminds me of that shit though that Elon Musk did. Remember when they were like, "Well, why don't you donate your money to save the environment?" And he was like, "Okay, give me a business plan. Put your big boy pants on. Let me know how you're going to get my money and use my money to do it, and then I'll give it to you." Because last time I checked, you guys lost like 800 billion and didn't do anything better for the planet. That's exactly what this shit is, dude. So, United
He
Nations
donated 10 million.
That's right. Yeah.
To start to end world hunger. Guess what? They didn't feed anybody. They just kept the money.
Or they said that it was like what? That they said that all the donations were for charity, right? And then they proved that only like 20% of it went to fucking actual the whatever. My battery is about to die.
Well, that's the thing with these. That's the whole point of these nonprofits, right? These nonprofits, you get people that work for these nonprofits that are not worth paying.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Amber Heard like pledge $7 million or some bullshit and never gave it to him?
Sorry, guys. Apparently, my dog pulled the battery charger out of my computer. It almost just crashed on me.
I mean, I can pledge whatever I want.
Speaking of Amber Heard, there's a dirty hoe in the chat from Russia. Sending porn stuff.
Oh
yeah.
shit! Come on, moderators.
Right.
Where are you at, moderators?
You
Come
didn't
on
give me
now.
a wrench. I tried to do it. It's like,
Oh,
it
shit.
said-
Why are you trying to get rid of your
I'm sorry,
viewers?
I can't wrench from here. Shit.
This dirty hoe deserves to watch this show just as well as anyone else.
Oh, I know, right? Like,
well, she can still watch. She just can't conduct business in the chat.
Where are you at, dude?
I
She's
need
not
to
dropping any
I
links.
need to
She ain't hurt
lose
no one.
weight. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was.
You are
reading
now
Super
officially
Speed.
moderator. Death Pusher, you forgot to ask me to do it for you, bro. Because last time we had a podcast, I couldn't get the internet to work at all. So,
Bro, give Eric a wrench too, man. He's a good mod.
Eric's got a wrench. He's just drawing. I think he might have left because he's.
Oh, okay. I just can't see it in the chat. Then okay.
Yeah, we have a Russian bot. Super Spurt
Dude,
was on
I love
point.
I love killing bots in people's channels, man. I rack them up, and I. You remember Zombie
What the hell these
Nation?
bots ever do to you, Shadowhog?
I know, Shadowhog.
They did nothing, but I love to wreck them. You remember the character 10K from Zombie Nation? I'm working on
yeah.
I'm working on 10K sex bot.
How many sex bots have you been with? All right, so let's catch up to the chat real quick, guys.
I don't know, but if you're giving one of those away for Christmas, hey,
right, yeah.
don't send one to me because my girlfriend would kill me with one of your knives.
Give me her address. Let's get this done. All right, I have that much food. This is from Superspark. I have that much food, but rather have someone else get it or don't have someone else get it. You think Dillard, this is from Just Carol. You think Dillard is an innocent, sweet person? I mean, he is who said that? Someone said Dillard is an innocent, sweet person. Oh, I guess I missed a bunch of shit. I did. Okay.
No, it's when you were talking about sending a knife to an innocent, sweet person like me.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's right. I did say that. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you should
You can
never
take the blade out and
send
just
it.
send me the breast next instead.
Send a knife to a sweet,
Come on, Vincent, pay
to a
attention.
sweet
I know,
Mexican
right?
person like Dillard.
Forward that link to Vic. Let's see here. I'm sorry. I was busy. Forward that link to Vic. Yeah, you're right. We should, you know what? We
What
should
up,
send
brother?
that link to Vic, dude. Is he doing live right now? We should send those sex spots to Vic. By the way, Death Pusher, you are a moderator now. Super Spur got it.
I was
ASAP.
so upset that Shadowhawk just assumed I always had a knife on me because I'm a Mexican. I was so angry I pulled out my
You
knife
don't know
on
I
him.
got a knife, man. Hey, wait, I thought you weren't Mexican. Didn't you say the other day you were like Jewish or something? Like being
What?
funny?
How dare you?
Yeah. Thanks, visit anytime, brother. Anytime, man. Damn spam bots. I left for a sec, but came back. Had to check something. Okay, cool. So he's back now. All right. So, but on this climate change shit. So this is something I did want to talk about. I mean, okay, this is obviously ridiculous. Okay, 10 trillion a year for anything is just stupid. But what do you guys think that they're eventually? Because I mean, this is obviously coming to something, right? Like the government is going to pull the trigger somehow. So we've got some intelligent guys on the panel. We got some people in the chat that are pretty intelligent. What do you think that they are actually going to do? I don't think they're ever going to do 10 million, But what do you guys, think you're gonna do? Will, you go first, bro. What do you think, man? Do you think they're ever
I'm
gonna?
trying to get there, brother. I'm getting ready to hit him up here in another week or so.
What?
What the hell are you talking about?
What? Where the fuck did you? What?
Well, shit. I'll still be about $6-7 behind you.
Is he talking to someone else? And
This
he's
guy's
thinking,
drunk as hell.
Shut up, you
Yeah.
bastard.
He's on the other line talking to
Why-
those
He's on
Russian
the
sex
other line,
bots.
dude. He's on the other
Yeah,
line.
dude. Fuck. Well, right.
Okay. Well, mute him. Will, please. What do you think is going to happen? Like in the let's say within the next 5 to 10 years. So we'll be on the probably either Donald Trump's run or a Republican's run. Because let's hope that we get it. Yeah, DeSantis, maybe, possibly. So what do you think is going to happen in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, we already know. Well, I already know from stuff Kick Shadowhawk just told us. We should make that go viral. Everybody jump on your Twitter accounts and just hashtag Kick Shadowhawk.
Well, he muted himself because they took. Okay, he finally muted himself. All right, continue, Will. What were you saying?
About time he shut the fuck up. I'm just kidding.
No, it's okay.
So I saw a few things today, like quick vids and stuff. I was getting caught up with Bongino, and I saw some of the GOP guys that went down to talk to the border agents, and because they have control, they're filing all this stuff against putting breath there.
I already forgot the fucking question. What is this answer?
He is very eloquently trying to explain that he saw something pertaining to what we're doing. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Please continue.
So there's members of the GOP filing suit against the administration over the border crisis.
I did see that. I did see that. I saw
all the BS there. Yeah. There was another part of the GOP that turned around and listed out all the things that they are filing suit against the Biden family for.
I saw that too. Okay. Yeah.
Which, hopefully one of those things will be like, why do you have a woman in prison that was trafficking bleeps to no one, apparently, because, and we all know it's because they're the ones running this shit show right now.
Pretty much. But were they trying to tie in the climate change bullshit in that as well? Were they trying to say that they're going to sue the government over climate change for some particular reason?
They are suing the whole Biden family, and they listed out like a dozen big charges.
Okay.
And it ended with trafficking, and it included all the stuff that the FBI put the blinders on about Hunter, and it's like, no, all this shit is real.
Yeah, I did like the fact that they recently were like, oh yeah, by the way, did you guys know the Hunter Biden laptop was real? But no, okay, all right. So, and I get all that, but I think my point is that I wonder if they're just gonna ignore it, like
this
Dillard,
this whole climate thing.
Yeah,
we all know it's all BS. It's all indoctrination to the kids for the last 2 or 3 generations.
Something like that. Yeah,
they started it with us. Like back in the 70s, they were doing it.
Well, yeah. Well, what's it? Leonard Nimoy. There's a video out there. Leonard Nimoy made a video in the 70s saying that in 15 years we're going to be in an ice age. That's real. You can go look that up right now. Like Leonard Nimoy was like the poster child for the world freezing over because we were abusing the planet.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that celebrities are not scientists?
Oh my God, it's crazy, right? You know,
Are you
but,
shitting me?
I mean,
Damn
but they've been doing this for years, though, guys. But I mean, seriously, this is my main concern.
My whole worldview is all fucked up now.
Dude, trust me, we could talk about
That's
that.
not the only thing that's fucked up.
No shit. But it's okay. I believe this with all of my heart, guys. I really do. I think there is an interconnected conspiracy, and I hate that word conspiracy because it's so much negative connotations now. Like, I believe that they're all, it's all part of the same thing. Whether it's climate change, Black Lives Matter, Antifa, whatever the fuck it is, whatever you want to throw in there. I just think there's like a room of like 12 people just pulling little, pieces, moving shit around.
And they're called the World Economic Forum.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
WEF, baby. All right. So, Dillard, what do you think? What do you think they're going to do to us for climate change? You think they're going to put us all in pods again?
No, I don't actually. I don't
What do you
believe that. I don't believe they have any ill will towards the general population. I don't believe they have any nefarious plans for us. I believe wholeheartedly that they couldn't care less about us, and that this is just this right here. This is just another stepping stone. This is the opening bid, right?
Right. Yeah.
You don't give me 10 trillion. I'll settle for 2 trillion and a couple of million on the side.
It has nothing to do with climate change, right?
Right. It has nothing at all to do with climate change. This is just a way
But
for somebody
whatever
to get an influx. Shadowhawk, for God's sakes.
Whoa.
This is just another way for them to bring in a large influx of money. And whenever there's a big influx of money to a organization like the UN or any government, there's a bunch, the lack of oversight that goes with it. People's bank accounts get a little heavier. That's all this is. This is just, hey, you know what? We haven't had a big influx of bonuses for a while.
No, you haven't. I mean, I see what you're saying. Well, think about it at all. I mean, you're right, because look at the Inflation Reduction Act.
I mean, my boat is only 75 feet long. I'd like a 130-foot boat.
I'd like a 135-foot boat. Yeah, because they did the same thing with the Inflation Reduction Act. They did the exact same thing. They wanted like $3 trillion. Remember, originally it was at 3.6 trillion. And then they went from 3.6 to 2. And then finally they settled on like 1.3. It's like, okay. And then they were talking about it was going to reduce inflation, and it doesn't reduce inflation.
It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do a damn thing. And all of this, which is why I keep spouting the same kind of rhetoric, which is, there's no goodwill left. The thing is,
there really isn't. You're right.
So,
you're right.
So you cannot give an inch.
No.
Bro,
there's no patting my back. Maybe next time the things comes around, maybe we'll help you guys out with your problem over there. No, it's always take, and never give.
Okay.
Exactly. But
I've never seen one bill come up, to pass in my local elections here that's ever going to, lower the spending of what they're doing.
Okay, you're right. Now, Shadowhawk, where do you live? Shadowhawk, what state are you in?
I'm in the Midwest. I'm in Indiana, dude.
All right, Indiana. So now, Dillard, I'm gonna use your state. I know, dude. You know where I'm going.
Dillard is in
he's in California
somewhere.
Yeah, he's in California. All right. So like California, Dillard, would you agree with me on this? Is California probably 90% red, 10% blue? If you were to get under brass tacks, if you were to do like counties, what do you think it is?
No, I wouldn't. No, well, the thing is that in regards to counties, I mean, it doesn't really matter. There ain't nobody out there in those counties.
Yeah, but if you look at California, because I looked at it during the election process, when you look at California, it's like red all up and down the state with like little tiny pricks of blue.
No, it's pretty much red all up and down the interior. But when you get to the coast, it's solidly
blue.
Solid
but
blue.
The blue is all the population area.
Yeah, that's where everybody lives.
That's where everybody lives. Yeah. But see, that's their plan, though, guys. Think about it. It's brilliant. Okay, we're gonna make all the mega, ultra big, giant cities go blue, and then all the little tiny satellite cities don't mean shit. I mean, if you were to go across,
because they can just outvote you every election.
Every election, and now that
we have the biggest county in the United States here in California, San Bernardino County.
San Bernardino, yeah, and
biggest county in the U.S.
Yeah.
Dillard,
Ain't nobody live there. It's all
looking
desert.
forward to California breaking off into the Pacific Ocean.
To the abyss.
I couldn't.
Sorry,
I honestly
my
couldn't
friend.
care less. I like the fact that my neighbors don't own guns. I like the fact that I can go. I like the fact that I can go to my backyard and shoot off my guns, and nobody comes and tells me anything because they're all scared of me.
They're all scared of you. You're the crazy Vato with the revolver.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. All right. Next story.
He's out there in his cholo hat and his fucking khaki shorts.
Right. Did I bet you Dillard's a character, bro? Okay, so now this one is interesting, and I almost didn't put this in, okay? And let me explain why before I pop this up. Because everybody screamed this shit whenever Trump, was getting outvoted, blah, blah, blah. He was getting taken to the cleaners by Biden when he lost the election. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a moment where the vice president, Mike Pence, could have vetoed the vote, basically. Remember that whenever Donald Trump was supposedly...
Yeah, fuck that motherfucker. He's done in Indiana, bro.
And I understand that. Now, they've been trying to vilify him like crazy, though, because of that shit. They're calling him Rhino and everything. Okay? So, and I thought this was cool because this is from Breitbart. Okay? So this is it's a little bit different way to look at him, though. Exclusive. From a Democrat to a conservative vice president, Mike Pence details journey in American politics. Okay? So this is a bunch of bullshit, basically, saying, that he was born a Democrat and became a Republican. But I do want to point out what he says here. Okay? I joined the Reagan Revolution after starting out in politics as a Democrat. Pence told Breitbart News in an exclusive interview on Friday afternoon last week about the book. In my book, So Help Me God, I talk about my own journey, which really came from being raised in the family of a grandson of an Irish immigrant and the son of a combat veteran and a precious first-generation Irish American. My early days precocious, yes, sure. That's not a little bit probably a little bit of grandstanding, maybe a little bit.
I don't see what any of this nonsense has to do with him as a person.
Exactly. He's basically giving himself credit because people have been talking shit about this guy for 2.5 years.
He's like, before I even say anything, let me just drop my resume real quick.
Yeah, let me put down why I'm not this. This is why I'm not this. That's what this is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, guys. And my early days in politics, I started as a Democrat. But when I heard the voice of Ronald Reagan, when I made a personal decision to put my faith in Christ. And I came under the influence of a strong conservative professor at my college, and my outlook on my politics began to change. I joined the Reagan Revolution and I never looked back. I ran for Congress as I write, and so help me God, the first time when Reagan was still in the White House. I would not be elected for another 12 years when I arrived in Capitol Hill in the year 2000. Now, something I want to point out real quick.
Something I want to point out. I'm never going to read this guy's book. This guy's terrible at talking.
God damn.
Something
horrible.
about. Yeah, he left out a lot of words. It looked like he was kind of having like fart moments or something. But hey,
does he not have a fucking ghostwriter?
I don't know. It says this is an interview. This could be Breitbart on purposely messing up his speech, or it could be like, yeah, dude. I mean, this is an interview. He's sitting in front of him. So you guys remember when they were attacking him just because he was a Christian? Do you remember that? They were saying, "You believe in God? You believe in a fake entity in the sky?" They were making fun of him because.
Oh yeah, that was a
they were
joke for a while.
Look, I don't give a shit what a person believes or doesn't believe in. Like that's fine. But they were attacking him before the rhino shit they were accusing of. Like he was the poster child for the Republicans, man. And the Democrats were coming after him like he was this just villain because he was Christian. Like they were literally coming after him because he believed in God. Then the Democrats shut the fuck up because he did what he did, and the Republicans went after him. And that's why I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to point out that in politics, man, these motherfuckers shift on you in a heartbeat. They have no loyalty, like at all. All the people that loved him while he was backing up Trump turned on him when he didn't back up Trump in the election. and the Democrats backed off of his ass. And this is like, I guess this is like his comeback story. I guess we could call it that. Like Dillard said, this is like a fucking resume, dude. He's like, in my book, So Help Me God, I talk about my own journey, which really came from being raised in a family of a grandson of an Irish immigrant and the son of a combat veteran. Now,
I was also a coal miner's daughter.
I worked in the coal mines for 30 years. No, dude. Like, I just think that's hilarious, though. Oh, shit, we lost Will. Oh, shit. Will, what happened, bro? Oh, okay,
I say good riddance to Will. Oh, shit, he's back.
Oh, shit, he's back. Oh, shit. We got 2 comments. Be right back. And have a great evening to all in the USA. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving tomorrow. Thanks again for the invite, Vincent. Take care. Okay, Eric, have a great night, bro. By the way, Dillard, his art's coming along, bro. Have you seen his
Oh shit,
stuff?
are we leaving? Oh, it was just Eric. Sorry.
Yeah, it was just Eric. Like, have you seen his art lately, guys? Shadowhawk, Dillard, have you seen the
Who? Will's artwork or Eric's artwork?
Eric's artwork? Yeah, have you seen his artwork?
Bro,
lately?
Eric is leveling up, bro.
He
Is
is,
he?
dude. Yeah,
Is he
he's-
leveling up more than me? Fuck that dude.
Nah,
Yeah,
no,
well,
dude. Like, okay,
well,
okay.
Dillard,
You've
no,
been drawing a
he-
lot longer than Eric has, Dillard. Okay?
You're
Where
still
would I
good.
find
You're
Eric's new
still
artwork?
good, Dillard. You insecure piece of shit.
Hey, go on his.
My goal is to be the greatest in the world. If that means I got to go and kneecap every single artist in the world, then so be it.
What, you're gonna pull a Tanya Harding on every motherfucker in the world, bro?
He's gonna
I'm
be
gonna
out
be
there
honest.
with an
I
iron
never
bar.
remember which was the one who did the kneecapping and which one got kneecapped.
Tanya, it was Tanya Harding, wasn't it? That
Yep.
did the kneecapping.
Well, it was her husband.
It was her.
Dillard just goes
Okay.
through like Comic-Con with a meat tenderizer, and he's like, "Can you draw me a
Right,
sketch?"
right.
And then
Yeah.
smack.
Smack.
No,
You're
I
done.
stand there and I look at it for a while and I go like, "That's kind of garbage. I'm safe for now."
Hey, Will, welcome back, man. We lost you for a minute, bro. You everything okay over there?
Yeah. I just I hit refresh on the wrong page and
Oh,
kicked
shit.
myself out.
Done.
Oh, dude, I do that all the time.
But I needed some water, so it all worked out.
Right. So, okay. So this one I'm calling pretty funny and terrifying if it's real. All right. So,
Oh, God.
this is, be ready. Like I said, I got a couple things that normally we don't talk about on the show. This is one of them. All right. I'm just, I'm getting you ready. I think Dillard's going to love this more than anyone, but, be ready. Cause this is, this could be real. All right. So, yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, what
I've ordered my 7
If this is real, I'm getting
Look,
one.
Look, his name's Jarvis DuPont, right? I've ordered my 7-year-old niece view. Look at this, dude. I love this word. It's my new favorite word. My niece view, this fabulous doll for this year's winter mass. He's not calling it Christmas. That's why I think this is bullshit. All right. But
Oh my
they're going to love it.
God.
We've got the I heart, the heart, the what is this flag? I forget.
I don't know. I
the
think that's the
trans flag.
Ukrainian flag.
Dude,
Is
it
that-
looks like baby Cecil.
You know who I thought it looked like at first? I thought it was the picture of the dude that directed Star Wars with a beard.
Have you ever seen that aged down like picture of Cecil that one of his fans did?
Who is Cecil?
I don't know who's Cecil. Who is that?
You don't know who the fuck Cecil is?
No, I never heard of it. Who's Cecil, dude?
No,
The
that's
guy
my
who-
way of saying that guy is irrelevant. This is a broad show. Let's not use specific people.
Oh, Dillard. Oh, look at
I don't know who
you.
Cecil is, man. But look at this. shit.
Shadowhawk, let's just cut to the chase and say, ladies, this is what Vince looks like with a goatee and a wig.
Yeah, I thought you were showing me a picture here of Eric M. Boyd for a second.
This is me when I was a child in 1980. All right. So
that's
all right,
awesome.
so my trans baby, watch as Z becomes the daughter you always wanted. How dare you label? Cries when misgendered, breasts increase in size, penis shrivels, rejects cisgender norms, polyamorous. And then look at the thing. Life extension, natural estrogen.
Well, you're feeding the kid soy milk. Of course, his man boobs are gonna get bigger.
Dude, if they hate it, here's some of the replies. If they hate it, you'll know what to accuse them of at least. Yeah, dude. I mean, okay. This is funny, but I mean, is it really that far-fetched? I mean, seriously? I mean, how far away are we from this? I mean, we have couples adopting children that are like 6 months old, coming out like 2 weeks later saying that their baby identifies as trans at like 6 months old. So how far away are
they want their attention whores.
All right, here. This reminds me though, Vincent, the bro that gave that great speech earlier.
Oh yes, yeah. You guys missed the speech, man. Holy shit! Should we replay that?
But here's the thing. Here was my question for you, man.
Yeah.
If he'd have been wearing a suit instead of a pot shirt, if he'd have had a decent haircut instead of fucking dreadlocks, do you think people might have took him more seriously?
I agree with you, man. It is true, and when I give my motivational videos, I try to tell men this, because I'm really hard on men on my videos. I'm harder on men than I am women. I agree with you.
Bro, we're expected to do way more.
Yeah, we are. We're men, man. We have to work for everything. Okay, it's different for us.
Exactly. We're expected to support everyone around it.
Yeah, like whenever I'm training some of the guys that I train or when I'm teaching them, the first thing I tell them is about first impressions. I mean, dude, I tell people, look, you got to clean your nails, brush your teeth, trim your nose. I mean, shit, their parents should have taught them, right?
Exactly.
So like,
trim that goddamn mustache, fucking shave your face.
like I get it. I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I mean, his words. Okay, like I'll counter you with a statement.
His words were amazing, dude. But how much?
Picture. Let's say there was just audio. Okay, his words should be what we thought of. Okay, but you're right. The moment he decided to put himself like that, he gave up all of the respect from the physical. Okay, and he only has respect for the mental.
Who are we talking about?
Here, I'll replay the video.
He lost 50% of his audience immediately just by the way he looked.
So, all right,
and that's the problem because he said something really important.
Let me give the context, and then I'm going to replay the video. Okay.
All right.
We need to catch up with the chat too, so let me catch up with the chat. By the way, we got a plug here for Dillard's channel. Check out Dillard's artwork.
Nice.
And Carol, could you plug Eric if you're still here with me? Can you plug Eric too? So Eric,
don't you do it, Carol.
Bird, my brother.
I'm sure Carol would be happy to plug any of us.
Yeah, she already did it. She already plugged Eric. Thank you, Carol. You're awesome.
You're nasty.
I know she's awesome. I love Carol. I was sweeping in my room and cleaning clothes a bit. Dude, Super Spark, you take your time, bro. I missed you last time, man. We were on for 2 hours and you didn't catch into the last one. Welcome, man. Everyone just goes at the same time. Yeah, like for whatever reason, we'll have like spurts. We were at 0 viewers earlier. Okay, so here's the context of this, okay? This guy came out a while back and said this during the votes. This was like when we were having midterms. We're not talking about like a year ago or 5 years ago or something. This happened within a week ago. Okay, guys, understand this shit. And this video has not been mainstream. No one's seen this shit. Like this is like this has been suppressed as much as possible because they don't want this guy to be able to speak. They don't want this guy to be able to have a platform. So I'm gonna just play it. I'm gonna let it play. Guys, soak it in and please enjoy.
Hi, I'm Bill Gates, Chair of the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors.
The eyes of the world are upon Maricopa County for another botched election.
Did the printer problems on Election Day impact Republican-leaning areas more than Democratic-leaning areas?
Am I here to accuse you of stealing the vote? Heavens no, for that would make me a terrorist, wouldn't it? Let me ask you, if you took your life savings to a bank and the teller put them in a machine and the machine kicked out 1 out of 4 of your bills and the teller said, don't worry, we'll put them in box 3 over here and we'll let you know how many were in there later. We'll send them off to a separate location and someone will be sure to get back to you and tell you how much money you have. Would you be okay with that? No, you would not be okay with that. Now ask yourself the question, which is more valuable, your vote or your money? Now ask a lobbyist that same question. Now ask a campaign manager that question. Now ask Mark Zuckerberg that question. Which is more valuable, your money or your vote or your country or this world or the corruption that is taking over every single county in this nation? And then you look into your own soul and you look back at yourself in the mirror and realize that you are the cancer that is tearing this nation apart. Good day.
That's what we're talking about, Dillard. Will, that was one of the
I
first
said good day, sir.
I said good day to you,
Say
sir.
good day.
I mean, like, you know, ooh, Shadow. I said good day. What did we say ooh Shadow for, Carol? I don't know what that's meant. You know.
What did I do, Caroline?
Shadow, you did something wrong. You did something wrong. But
no, it was just Carol. She's a troublemaker.
all right, so now this is what he's talking about, okay? And
Savings to a bank.
and you know, I mean, and when we look at him, okay, at first glance, if I'm passing this guy on the street, you know, I'm already thinking he's got tree tea oil in his hair. I'm already thinking that he doesn't have the greatest hygiene. You're correct, man.
No, Brody, he probably smells like patchouli.
Okay, all right, and
Ah.
again, now I've known a lot of guys like him, and I have to say this though, to counter one thing that you said, almost every single person that I've met that has this hairstyle, that's got the beard, kind of let them go a little bit, dude. A lot of them are intellectuals.
Oh, dude, I know.
No shit, man. Like a lot of them are intellectuals, but you're right, dude.
I know a couple of guys that are old hippies that look just like this.
Just like that. And they're some of the smartest motherfuckers.
But the problem is, like, you know, you start talking to people and they're not going to take you seriously because they think you're a fucking hippie. You know, they think you're fucking some weirdo fucking, you know, fringe.
Carol, you got a little confused there. Shadow said plug, P-L-U-G, not peg, P-E-G. There's a big difference.
No, plug, not peg.
Peg the patriarchy.
God.
Peg the patriarchy.
Well, I mean, plug and peg are synonymous.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I did want to say this. I don't even know this or not. But they, speaking of the patriarchy, they made a Wednesday show. I mean, if we're gonna do Captain Marvel, we might as well do every female fucking character that ever existed, right?
Oh god. I want Tigra, dude. I want Tigra bad. I've been hot for her since like 1975.
What makes you think that any of us want to know that?
Has a court
I could care less what you want to know, Dillard.
Now you're giving me mental images.
You allow me to fucking come around the wrong hawk, my friend. Goddamn, Dillard. Have you not discovered by now that I don't give a fuck what you think?
Well, to be fair, I don't think anyone gives a fuck what anybody thinks. But
no, I don't.
Once you stop caring what people think about you, you'll live a happier life.
You live a much happier life.
Once you stop caring what people think about you, you end up looking like this guy on this podium.
There you go.
That's true. I mean, it can be true.
Okay, there will be no plugging,
I gave up.
I
just blew Shadow Hawk's worldview again. Look at it.
Right?
No, I gave up caring what fucking people think of me a long time ago.
Now?
But I still fucking maintain a fucking hygienic fucking lifestyle, bro. Fucking dreadlocks are they're disgusting. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck who you are, whether you're black, white, fucking whatever. The dreadlocks are just
make a difference though in his words though, Shadow. Like, I mean, I get that, I understand that, and I see where you're coming from in this, but the fact that he just made the entire GOP and Democratic Party look like fucking morons shouldn't have anything to do with the way that he looks. I mean, dude,
no,
he just made every one of them look like complete fucking corrupt bastards.
But that's the point I'm making, bro. His speech was amazing.
Amazing.
But because of the way he looked, there are people that will just immediately disregard him.
Okay, fair, but they also suppressed it. Okay, that
they
came out
suppress
like 5
everything.
days ago. They didn't want that speech out there, dude. The only reason why we have that speech is because there were people that were basically downloading that motherfucker and trying to spread it as fast as possible. If you were to
right,
go
and
on YouTube
posting
right
it,
now
yeah.
and type in "guy in dreadlocks and green shirt makes everybody look like idiots," I doubt quite seriously he's going to be there. You know, I freaking
Yeah.
it's just going to be like that. But okay, so next let's
No,
move on
I
to the
mean,
next.
I get both sides, dude, but at the same time, I mean, you gotta, like, you can't just disregard 50% of your audience right off the bat. You know, if you come in looking like that, you've already turned off half the audience.
And it's very possible too that he just didn't give a shit, So it is what it is.
I get that too. I mean, I'm at the point where I don't give a shit anymore, either,
Right.
brother.
Hey, and sometimes people don't, but
go eat from a food truck. You'll give a shit.
Yeah, sure. By the way,
Yeah,
just Carol
well,
says,
thankfully,
Shadow
I'm a
charges
skilled
books by
enough
their cover.
individual. I don't have to worry about that.
Did you see that, Shadow? Carol says that you judge a book by its cover. What's your response?
Oh, Carol.
Okay, here we go.
She loves Carol loves to start shit in chat, and it's all good. We can have a discussion at some point, Carol.
I mean, this is something that confuses the fuck out of me, and we're gonna have to have a discussion about this at some of the later date. And I've talked to Carol and a bunch of people about this, but I always try to have a good time. Me and Dillard, we have good banter with each other. I even told that guy JV whenever he was, giving me a hard time whenever I was on fucking Vic's show. I think everybody should have a voice in YouTube. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't care.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Can, you can talk shit about me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I wouldn't give a shit. Okay, but
I don't think Dillard would say that I've ever been like a complete asshole to him. Have I?
No. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that I always try to look at everything as funny, because I don't take a lot of this stuff seriously because we're on YouTube. I mean, there's literally a chick on YouTube right now talking about people identifying as spore and spores. Okay, YouTube is funny, it's stupid, and a lot of it is completely ridiculous. So, and my show's more of a serious show, but my
here's
only
the
point
thing too, dude. You've got people like you that are getting struck and blocked for certain topics or what have you.
Yeah, but that's to be expected, though.
But yet we have naked yoga.
Yeah,
on YouTube.
They just blur it out or whatever, and then on TikTok we have Satanists banging their Satanist brothers, spreading.
So how is that okay?
No, I mean, it doesn't. It's clown work, bro. My point is this. My point is this: look, if we're gonna be able to do anything with anyone, and this goes to anybody that watches my show, and I want to be very careful about this, because when I say this, I mean this. You're all welcome. I don't give a shit if you guys are angry at me or angry at something that I've said. Everyone is welcome on my show. Fuck, if JV wanted to come on my panel, but let JV on my panel. My point is that we all should have the right to have a place for our thoughts and opinions. And that's what YouTube was supposed to be at first. But now we can't have Alex Jones. Now we can't have Donald Trump. Now we can't have Jordan Peterson. What's fucking next? We can't have
exactly.
we can't have a doctor. Oh, we already can't have a doctor come on and talk about his own professional medical opinion.
Dude, goddamn Twitter canceled fucking the goddamn president of the United States,
and nobody had a problem with it. As a matter of fact, it was met with claps and cheers. Okay,
how the fuck? Yeah, and that you know what that reminds me of? The scene in fucking goddamn. The remakes of Star Wars, and this is how democracy dies.
This is how democracy dies. I mean, I have to say this too. Something that I've always found incredibly funny, and you guys, of course, I always appreciate your input. Okay, and whether it's negative, connotative, or constructive, or whatever it may be. But I seriously like I've always felt that if we suppress one person's speech, then we have to suppress everybody's speech. Okay, we can't pick and choose.
Yeah.
Like that's why hate speech laws are ridiculous in Canada, dude. Jordan Peterson tried to warn the Canadians, guys. We got to think of them as an example here. Okay, he tried to warn the entire Parliament there that this is going to get ridiculous and stupid, and it did.
Yeah, you're gonna kill yourself.
So, all right. So, yeah, I know, Carol. I know. All right. So, check this out. Okay. So, woke leadership is gutting U.S. This is from Daily Wire. Okay. Woke leadership is gutting U.S. military through DEI. I think it's pronounced DEA. By the way, something I learned last night on Tim Pool, DEA means of God in a certain language. Just remember that.
Oh.
Trans DEA, actually. All right. Trans Policies GOP report says military leaders embrace diversity and transgender policies in Minecraft, YouTube, in Minecraft. All right. Policies and
I'm getting tired. I got somebody that just
Shadowhawk, bro. Shadowhawk, I'm gonna mute you real quick, bro. Okay, let me mute you. All right. So we got.
Don't ask his permission. Just mute his drunk ass.
I just muted him. I didn't ask him. All right. So military leaders' embrace of woke diversity and transgender policies and ideology is corroding the effectiveness of the U.S. military. Now, if you guys don't remember, this is that fucking shill that basically just bent over, spread his ass cheeks, and let him have their way with them during the whole entire woke agenda, COVID agenda guy. That's this dude. Excuse me. In Minecraft, YouTube. My apologies for saying the C word, and I'm not talking about cunts. All right. He's a main man of power. He's repeating and doing all of the freaking stuff. So like the concept of our military is supposed to be strong. We're supposed to strike fear in the hearts of our enemies. How the fuck does this strike fear in the hearts of our enemies? Military leaders' embrace of woke diversity and transgender policies and ideology is corroding the effectiveness of the U.S. military, according to a new report by GOP lawmakers. Thank God. Can you hear the breath being let out in the fucking room? Senator Marco Rubio of Florida and Representative Chip Roy of Texas, both Republicans, put out a report on the impact of DEA and LGBT initiatives. I don't know what DEA stands for, Department Efficiency Institution. Initiatives on the U.S. military on Monday. The 18-page report takes shots at some of the top leaders in the U.S. military, such as General Mark Milley, and says that poor leadership is distorting the military's purpose. Here's his awesome quote. The United States military is the greatest fighting force in the world. Hear, hear. It is also one of the most humble and sacrificial the world has ever known, the report begins. Unfortunately, President Joe Biden, former Vice President Joe Biden, and his administration are weakening America's warfighters through a sustained assault fueled by woke virtue signaling. Our military's signature purpose is to provide for the common defense of our nation. It cannot be turned into left-wing social experiment. It cannot be used as a cudgel against America itself, and it cannot be paralyzed by fear of offending the sensibilities of Ivy League fatalities, lounges, or progressive pundits, the report summary says. Now, a lot of that is going to be kind of going over people's heads. I get that. Oh, shit, we lost freaking Shadowhawk. Oh, Shadowhawk, if you want to come back, just Carol, little struggle. You're so cute. Hey, Shadowhawk, man, you were talking in the background, bro. If you're still watching, dude, just come back on. Not a big deal. I was going through that. I just had to mute you real quick, bro, if you want to come back on. All right. So if you guys remember a couple months ago, actually, it was more than a couple months. I think it was like 2020. That commercial for Army Dillard Will. Do you remember that commercial for the Army came out?
God.
And it was,
you haven't told me what the commercial is yet. How can I remember?
You should know. It was the one about the chick that had the two chicks for moms, and that's why you should join the Army. You don't remember that one?
Nah.
Oh, I thought that was a commercial for Fruit Loop cereal.
Yeah, I know, right? No, dude. Okay, so the whole premise of the commercial, Dillard, was that you should join the Army because I have two lesbian moms. That no shit, legitimate. Was the point of the commercial.
Wait, was the commercial telling me that I should join the army to support somebody who has 2 lesbian moms, or were they saying if you have 2 lesbian moms, you should join the military?
Go more in the middle. It was saying that because she had 2 lesbian moms, the army's awesome and it let her in. So if it let her in, therefore you should join. Go on.
Ugh.
Okay. Now, something to note. Right after that commercial was released, the Russians released a commercial to counter it, and it was a bunch of super like hardcore, like muscular dudes doing push-ups, shooting fucking guns, talking about the Russian military within like 48 hours of that fucking commercial, dude.
Mhm.
Okay. So we were saying, come join because of the rainbow flag, and Russia it was a recruiting commercial, was saying, come join us because we'll make you strong, motherfucking killing men. Okay. That's what was going on with that shit. So this, and that's what they're talking about here. They're specifically talking about how they're weakening. Because I don't know if you guys are paying attention to the women being engrossed into the military, but in the army, for instance, whenever the women are joining the infantry, they've lowered the standards for women to actually become.
Oh, yeah.
infantry. Okay, and they
They only
tried
have to do like 1.5 push-ups.
Yeah, it was. I don't know what the exact numbers were, but you're right. It was. They basically took the physical requirements and toned them down because no woman could pass.
They cut them in half
something like
for
that. Yeah.
for men and women, because I was just on the thing doing about this the other night.
So yeah, so like, and that does not make our military stronger. I know this is going to piss off a lot of feminists.
You know what else doesn't make the military stronger? The fact that this administration has sold like 89 million, like 890,000 barrels of strategic reserve oil for the military to China. And prior to this administration, Pelosi and all her leads on the other side in Congress were selling barrels of oil to China to lessen our debt to them because we couldn't afford to pay the nut.
And China's buying up our coastline too, aren't they? And don't they
Yep.
own land, or they're buying like our topsoil from Wyoming, like the most fertile topsoil in the world, and they're shipping it to their country or some shit like that?
No, they're buying it and shutting down the farms, the same as Bill Gates is doing. Bill Gates owns more American farmland than anybody else in this country.
And he's selling it to China, right?
He might be selling some of it, but the point of buying it is to shut down our food production. Hello, Soylent Green.
Hey, we're gonna go over I got a video coming up talking exactly about that shit. But no, so because I don't know if you guys have heard this saying before, but weak times create weak men. Strong. Hard times create or good times create weak men. Hard times create strong men. So
no. Beautiful women create hard men.
I'm quoting a famous quote. You're not wrong, Dillard. That is correct though. Like, dude, we said it earlier. Men gotta.
Maybe I misheard something.
No, men gotta work hard, dude. We have to, from the day we're born, man. Basically, men have to prove what they are. Women just are. If a woman's beautiful, she's beautiful. Like, that's the way it works. So like, but a man, a man doesn't usually get established until he's like in his 40s. If he's lucky, he gets established in his 30s. But generally speaking, most of the time, a man's not established until he's in his 40s. But all I wanted to point out with this, though, is that at least we are getting some pushback, okay? Because we weren't getting shit before because the Democrats were just letting that shit happen in the fucking House. Like they weren't, or the whatever it is, the Senate of the House. So they were just letting it fly by. No one was pushing back on it. The same shit that happened with Chaz. We didn't get any pushback on Chaz either. That was probably one of the biggest things that upset me about Trump was, like a lot of the stuff people got mad about. I was like, oh, fuck it. Who gives a shit? He's loud, he's crude, who cares? But when he didn't send anybody to help Chaz, man, even though, he tried to claim that he asked the mayor or whatever if she wanted help, man, I would set the fucking Marines in and give him a green card. I'd have been like, dude, freaking here. Go in there. Anything that's got a gun, take him out. Done. Give him one warning over a microphone. Here, the Marines, we don't give a fuck, bro. We're going to take you out. All right, guys, let's keep it chill in the chat. Chat hot. Come on now. Come on, guys. Play nice. Play nice. All right. So next story we got coming up. Let's see here. Woke leadership. All right. This is a commercial. Okay. All right. And it's pretty funny. I caught it. Got sent to me. All right. I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Just check it out. And it's basically, did you America today? Dillard, did you America today, bro?
No, I didn't.
Will, did you America today? Will? Did I lose you, Will? Will's gone. Because I America today.
Did you American today? Oh, yeah. Hey! What? What are you doing? I'm shooting the out of the shirt. Why? It's got an American flag and it's made in China. You America today? How's it going? I'm Adam Calhoun. Here at A-Cal Clothing, we're American, motherfucker. If you don't wear A-Cal Clothing, your shirts probably can't take a beating like this piece of shit Chinese shirt. Chinese shirts get shot up. You know what happens when you wear an A-Cal shirt? They shoot back. A-Cal Clothing makes you last longer in bed with your friend's mom. Hold on, let me take this piece of shit shirt off. Yeah! That's way better. 100% made in the USA. Did you American today?
I just thought that was cool. I thought everybody should watch that. It's pretty badass. Let's see here.
Oh yeah, I follow him. He's awesome.
Oh man, dude. Shout out, man, dude. It's all gravy, baby. Don't worry about it, man. All right, you're probably just a little tipsy, dude. It's all good. Just behave. You know my rules. Respect everyone in the chat, and don't be sorry, man. It's all good. Apologize to Carol.
Bunch of sorry motherfuckers.
I know, right? Sorry,
Oh my
mofos.
gosh.
All right, okay. All right, so because I kind of want to make everybody laugh, and I wanted to kind of leave the Thanksgiving special with a couple of laughs and whatnot. So I wish Shadowhawk was still here; he'd be laughing his ass off. All right, but this one, if you guys have heard about this, there is all these different fake karate videos and kung fu videos. My favorite one is, I have two favorites. I have the Russian slap kung fu, where I'm not joking, guys. Literally, they're just slapping each other. You can go look it up on YouTube.
Now, I watched a movie called Kill Bill.
That's
and in this movie,
Hey. Easy.
in this film, they showed live on film how you can kill a man with 5 fingers of doom. You're telling me that's not true, Vincent?
That's not true, bro. Just like there's no such thing as a psychic, just like tarot cards aren't real, and all that astrology.
You're probably
crap.
one of those people that don't even believe in like divining rods either.
Yeah, divining rods are totally bullshit.
Oh yeah, I know this one.
Yeah, this is great. Okay, so like now it's a 3-minute, 38-second video.
I'm offended already.
Yeah, I'm
gonna
gonna surmise here. Okay, he basically was requested to do self-defense for wheelchair. He took it wrong, and he's teaching you how to fight a person in a wheelchair instead. So we're gonna start about right here at the minute mark.
People lose their sight, but then their other senses increase. They can hear trains or smell mint from long distances, right? A paraplegic tends to be very strong in the upper body because they use it all the time. So if I try to reach and grab the chair, he's going to grab me. I may not be able to get away. And then the biggest disadvantage I have is that he literally has wheels attached to his body. He is what is known as a centaur, which is Latin for half man, half machine. If I'm fighting him downhill on a decline and he starts wheeling after me, I'm not going to be able to outrun him. He's going to run me right over. So I got to watch out for that too. So what do I do to defend myself in this situation, being attacked by someone in a wheelchair? First thing I'm going to do, I got to keep his hands busy. So I'm going to fake high, which would technically be low in any other fight.
By the way,
right? If we were stand-up fighting.
And I don't know how much this guy actually knows about martial arts. I've never seen this guy before. I don't know anything about him, but obviously there's such a thing as called a fake high that doesn't exist. Okay. And he's just parroting these guys that are on these ridiculous videos. He's not being serious of it. This is all a joke, but he's he's not incorrect. And some of these people that make martial arts videos, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like you'll see the police officers trying to tell you how to disarm someone with a gun, like literally push to their chest, and they'll be like, "You got to move your hands real fast." It's like, dude, if a guy's got a gun pointed at your chest, you're gonna die. I mean, like literally up on you. So this guy's total parody. If you guys want me to do an entire thing, this is more to my audience than to the panels. If you guys ever want me to do like a show just on the bullshit martial arts, I will. I got no problem with that whatsoever. But this guy's making fun of them the same way I would make fun of them. That's why I thought it was hilarious.
Fake high would be up here. But if you're fighting someone that is sitting, voluntarily or otherwise, fake high is going to be the new fake low. So chair high. So fake high. Then I'm going to reach down, put the brakes on this criminal, literally decrease his mobility so that I can spin out of striking distance and stun him with a dragon punch to the back of the head. Okay? Now I'm going to use a move designed by the famous dancer, Frank Shapiro. It is called a pirouette. I can spin without losing my balance and getting in perfect position to get rid of this wheelchair wacko, take him right out of circulation with a step through side kick like so. Then for your trouble, you might as well get yourself a chair. Just self-defense takes a lot out of you. So that's how to defend yourself
against the guy who lives there.
A destructive disabled. I'm Master Ken. Attention. Salute.
Wow. All right. So, and again, like if you guys haven't seen any of the videos, okay.
You're talking about the videos like by that guy. What is it called? That dark ass dude from Detroit. Something.
He's a cop, right? He's like, is he a Mexican cop or a black cop?
I don't know if he's a Mexican cop or a security guard. I don't know what he is.
Yeah, and he has a.
But he
lot
dresses
of
like
videos.
a soldier of fortune, you know.
Yeah, and he's telling people how to get killed. Like I've seen some of his videos, man, and I'm just like this watching him. I mean, he's literally telling people how to die. Okay.
Yeah, I was watching a video. It was really funny. It was somebody taking the piss out of him, right? It showed his video. It says, "This is how you defend yourself if you got a gun pointed right at your head."
He literally had a gun.
And then right as he makes the move, it cuts to the background goes away and he's in heaven.
Yeah. So like he's got the gun like this. Okay, like there's no gap. Okay, so this gun's like right here like this. Okay, let me put the screen up on me. Hang on. All right, and this dude's got the gun like this, and he's like, no, and he's up against the wall, right? And he's got his hands out to the side. He's like, no, if a perpetrator has a gun on your chest, and you wanna hope that he's like full of shit or that he's making fun of somebody, but he's not. This guy's being 100% legit real. He's like, the first thing you do is you move your hands real fast and you stop the gun, okay? I mean, that's his answer to stopping a person with a gun on your chest. So, yeah, Dillard, it's hilarious. And he's got a bunch of videos like the one video I think you're talking about is the same one I saw too, where he has like the M16 or whatever, and he's trying to teach the guy how to take the M16 from the dude, like how to take it from someone. Is that the one you're talking about?
I don't recall what kind of weapon it was, but it's something like that. Yeah,
it's something like that, right? Yeah, and Carol, you're right. Being drunk is no excuse. And Shadow drinks a lot. It's perfectly fine for him to apologize, whatever. Hopefully, he does apologize to you. You know, we don't have to do it in public or whatever. But you're right. And I mean, I think he also was realizing that he was probably a little too drunk. That's probably why he left. So let's just.
Well, let me give you an actual real life scenario that I went through.
All right, cool. Go for it, man.
When I was carjacked at gunpoint.
You were carjacked at gunpoint?
Yeah, this one particular time, yes. And
is there more? There's more than one?
I've been carjacked at gunpoint 2 times.
Oh my god, dude! All right, let's do with the first one first. Let's go with the first.
So this is what happened, right? The guy comes up to me and he says, "Give me what you got," in so many words, right?
Oh,
I'm like, dude, I ain't got shit. Matter of fact, I was kind of there in that area because I was sitting on my truck bed. because I was like pondering life because I just got laid off from a temp job.
All right, yeah.
So I was kind of in my own feelings, right?
Yeah.
And the guy's, what do you got? And I'm like, I ain't got shit, dude. He's like, yeah, you got something. He pulls out a gun. Pulls out a gun on me, right?
All right.
And I go, look, I pull out my wallet because the thing is this stuff happens in real time. These are real people in real life. Right? So I was actually having like a little conversation with this guy. I was like, look at this. I pulled out my wallet. He had a gun out on me at the time. But I reached to my back pocket, pulled out my wallet, showed him my open wallet that I had no money in it, right? And he looks in my wallet. And I fucking sock him in the jaw.
Did he have a weapon on him? Did he have any?
He had a gun on me.
He had a gun on you. Well, okay. All right.
No, his gun went down a little bit when he looked in my wallet.
Yeah.
And I socked him. And we got into a wrestling match. And then he got his gun back, fired it, and didn't hit me. But that scared me enough to be like, okay, my shenanigans are over.
So what did he end up getting? Did he just take the truck and go? Or?
Took my goddamn truck is what he got. But the thing is this, like, there's all kinds of scenarios, and you never know what way something is going to go. And there could be an opportunity if somebody has a gun on you. Like, for instance, if the guy had a gun on me and I, pulled out my wallet or whatever, and I was moving around a lot, I was talking, I was agitated, I was all hyped up, right? Because I was getting robbed.
Yeah.
Right. I very easily could have reached in my back pocket, pulled out a gun, and popped him in the stomach. You know what I mean? Who knows? There's a bunch of things can go down in 150,000 crazy ways. There's no way you're going to be able to train for a scenario to save your life.
I mean, and that's the point of training. And even when you're training in the Corps, dude, and we're the most feared fighting force on the face of the fucking planet. They tell you all the time, you're always going to meet someone faster than you. You're always going to meet someone stronger than you. You're always going to meet someone that's more experienced than you. It's not about always being the best. Sometimes it's just about being the most prepared or having that little tiny bit of fucking edge, And you're right, dude. There's no training for life, but you can be more well prepared. Like, for instance.
Oh yeah, there's there's absolutely training to punch. Like, I knew a guy named in high school named Hector Reynoso, right? Mm-hmm. Small little Mexican dude, Golden Gloves in high school. Right. He was a fantastic fighter. He would whip my ass for sure.
Yep.
And, I was out with this guy, and we were actually at a little league baseball game in Baseball Diamond, right? Eating sunflower seeds, spitting them out. And he gets into a fight with this guy because the guy's wants to throw his weight around. He was in the Navy, all this stuff, right? Yep. And the thing is, you got to train for the person in the middle with the lowest common denominator of skill. Hector Reynoso was not that guy. He was very adept with his hands.
He's very good with his hands. He was a boxer. He knows how to take a punch. He knows how to land a punch.
Yeah, he knows how to move. I couldn't move out of the way of a punch to save my life.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I throw a punch at this dude. He actually moves out of the way. I'm like, how do you even do that and still stay standing?
Exactly, and that's a part of fighting. That's a part of training. Yeah, and
it's magic. But
that's just it though. Like, and the guy in the Navy, I don't know why the fuck he was talking shit. He's a Navy guy. I don't know unless he was a SEAL. But even SEALs don't get certain types of training. But you're right though, because a boxer is in a ring. He knows how to bob and weave. Now, there's always the argument of a boxer versus an MMA fighter. And, and I have my own opinions about that. Like, Bruce Lee is always brought up in a lot of situations. Chuck Norris is brought up in a lot of situations. But, what it comes down to is there are fighters that fight for points. And then there are people that just fight to kill. Like in that situation, which you were in your carjacking, that's a fight for your life, And that guy was actually pretty good to you if he didn't shoot you, after you put your hands up when he pulled the trigger. But I mean, if you're in a situation, and I teach this to people that I train now, okay, the most important thing you really have to be able to do is you have to know when to run and when to fight. Seriously, not every fight can be won, okay? So if you're a 150-pound bloke and you're 5'6", and the guy that's about to attack you is 6'7" and 300 pounds of solid muscle, you're not going to win. I don't give a shit if you've been training for 30 fucking years. That whole concept of, being a master kung fu artist. Okay, there might be one dude in the Nepalese mountains that's been training for 30 fucking years of his life and has the ability to punch straight through fucking concrete that might have a chance against a guy that weighs twice as much as him. But he's probably still going to die. Okay.
But the fact is, that motherfucker ain't you.
No, exactly. Right. You're not that fucking Himalayan mountain dude fucking training your entire life to take on this fucking.
Just like I'm 6'1", I'm 6'1", and at the time I was 278 pounds. And I was in pretty good shape. I had that breakaway speed, right?
Yeah.
But being 6'1", 275 pounds, if I came across a guy who was 5'5", 130 soaking wet, I'm still not some outrageous strong barbarian. I'm just a regular dude.
Yeah, it doesn't have any training.
Just because I'm bigger than him,
yeah,
doesn't mean that I'm some warlord from a bygone era that I'm gonna be all super cool and swing my battle axe and shit. No, I'm just a regular ass dude. I get my front tooth knocked out just as easy as anybody else.
This is anybody else, and you don't have the training to back up your weight. So more likely than not, you being that big is actually probably a hindrance because you're going to be off balance when you try to fight. That's probably what's going to happen.
I have never in my life had a fight that I was able to like be like a homeboy from Young Guns, a pugilist, right, and like box somebody.
Yeah,
I get winded in like 9
that's
seconds.
Normal, though. That's normal, though. Yeah, exactly. and I mean, we had plenty of monsters in the Corps, man. There are men out there that are monsters still. I'm talking like straight up just beasts. Oh my god. What is it?
Do you know what a fifth wheel is on a truck?
No.
It looks like a really big greasy horseshoe on the back of a big rig.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like it's called a fifth wheel, and these things
right.
weigh on average around about 275, 300 pounds, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I used to work with this dude named Matt. He was a mechanic, and I used to work in the truck wash. And he came walking in, carrying 2 fifth wheels, one in each arm, and drops them on the bay and says, "I need these degreased, right?"
Dude,
I'm like,
there you go, bro.
Because this dude's like 6'9", just a massive hulking
fucking
beast of a man.
Monster, bro. Monster.
All right. Literal monsters walking on this earth.
There was a Navy SEAL that was training us in Coronado. He was just like that, dude. He was like 6'8". And when I say pure, like he was like the Rock level muscle. Okay. 6'8", 325 pounds. I mean, I'm probably shortchanging him a little bit. The dude was a walking fucking mountain. His shadow covered people, bro. Okay, that's how big this motherfucker was. You think some dude that's been training for 15 years that weighs 200 pounds less than him is going to stop him from doing whatever the fuck he wants to him? Now, like you said, he's just a human, okay? If I shoot him in the heart, he's going to die. But I'm not going to fight that dude with my fist and win. And I know what I'm doing. Okay, I would know exactly how to beat him, but I guarantee you, I fucked up for 1 second, I'm done. He punches me one time, I'm out, dude. That guy outweighs.
There's this phrase, right, called "all else being equal."
Yes, very true.
Which is kind of what you have to kind of live like a mantra, right?
Mm-hmm.
All else being equal, meaning, let's say, for instance, because you have no idea what this guy's background is. Exactly. He could not only could he be a massive monster of beast, he could also be well trained and a much better fighter than you technically.
A much better fighter. That is absolutely correct. You never know.
But then again, he could have grown up on a farm and all he knows is picking up logs. It could go either way.
Could go either way.
But all else
you don't want to
being
be picking
equal,
a fight with him
let's
either.
just take the obvious things. This guy's much bigger and stronger than me. Let me not pick a fight with this guy.
Yeah. Now again, and this is something I cover in my classes too. Like sometimes you don't have a choice, you know. Sometimes, I mean, it's there is no fight or flight. It's just fight. And in those situations, you know, you can make your opponent want to stop. And there are ways to do that. You know, you have to be trained correctly, obviously. But I mean, dude, like I said before, you know, a guy, I forget what his name was. He was a lieutenant. I mean, there's nothing stopping that dude from doing whatever the fuck he wants to. And there's guys like that in prison, by the way. You know, like, I mean, there's hundreds of guys like that. All they do all day long is just work out. They just eat, sleep, and work out. You know, and that's why they're so fucking strong when they get out of prison. That's all they do all day. They go to the gym. They don't ever run, so they have no cardio. But who the fuck needs cardio when I can punch through your fucking skull with my fist? You know? I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So, all right. So check this out. This was pretty good. I am going to blow this up for you guys. This is the beloved. I think this is the one for the White House spokesperson. Yeah, I love this chick. She's awesome. She always gives me the dankest memes, dude.
15% Hold on 1 second.
Oh God. Oh, I saw this
I
earlier.
have a process here. I'm not calling out on people who yell. And you're being disrespectful to your colleagues, and you're being disrespectful to our guests. I will not call on you.
She's lecturing motherfuckers.
And also,
on
you're taking
peace.
time off the clock because Dr. Fauci has to leave in a couple of minutes.
Who cares?
I'm done. I'm not
Exactly.
getting into a back and forth.
She's done.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
Dr. Fauci,
But she's
only
asking
30.
Yeah, motherfucker, we know who you are.
You ask your question, you should allow her to answer the question.
Jeremy,
She's
Jeremy,
asking a valid
it's Jeremy,
question, Dr. Fauci,
it's
about the original COVID-19.
It is not your turn. It is not your turn.
Oh, I want to crush his skull.
Yeah, and look at the happy smirk on his face.
She's asking about the origin of COVID-19.
I hear the question.
And Dr. Fauci is the best person to
I
answer
hear your question, but we're not doing this the way you want it. This is a disrespectful. It is. I'm done. Simon, I'm done.
She's done, guys.
Simon, I'm done.
She's done.
I'm done with you right now. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You're taking time away from your colleagues. Go ahead.
Only 13% of adults have gotten this updated.
We can treat each other with dignity and respect.
Yeah.
We can join forces,
Yeah.
stop the shouting, and lower the temperature.
Clearly, that's not true. I'm not going to say more than that. It's just not true. It's false. It's a lie. It's not true.
Finally, something we agree on.
Have you seen some of the shit she gets away with, dude? Like, for real. Like, you know, the circle back
All of
around.
the shit.
Yeah, a majority of the shit. But the circle back around chick, you know, she got a pass on a lot of stuff,
Peppermint
right?
Patty.
Yeah, she got a pass on a lot of stuff because she was all ginger. But this chick, dude, she could say what, and that's why they probably put her up there. She's a lesbian and she's black. She can do whatever the fuck she wants, man. She's
checked
almost
the
the
boxes.
superhuman. What's up?
She checked all the boxes.
Yeah, well, except for being a paraplegic trans. That would have made her God.
Well, thank
Okay.
God I know how to handle a paraplegic if they ever come upon me.
Oh yeah, you want to try?
I mean, I don't know what you're thinking, but I just got a tutorial. I'm pretty much set.
I know, right? I know. We had that guy
I will
educate us.
slap the shit out of you from the seated position. Let me tell you.
I will put the brakes on Will.
I don't have brakes. I got an electronic wheelchair, motherfucker.
Dude,
Oh, shit.
dude, we should do that.
Does he have a second video where he tells you how to handle people that are in electronic?
Oh, I know.
mobility
We should
devices?
do that. We should do that ourselves. But we should have like Olympics of the most offensive way to piss people off. Like I came up with this really cool show.
Oh, I got you.
You know, you see, I'm telling you, man. Like one of my greatest ideas I've ever had. I want to do this. I want to get like all the races of the world and line them up, and have each one of them holding a sign that has a racial slur on the front of it, right? And then, I mean, it's like an Indian saying the racial slur for a Jew, you know? It's a black dude saying a racial slur for a Mexican. And the last one is a white dude saying the N-word. And every person saying the racial slur has this giant smile on their face. And it's just this.
I think they did that in a movie called The Wanderers.
I haven't seen it. They actually do it that way?
Yeah, he has the Italians and the blacks stand up in class and say, "What are some stereotypical things you might say about the other race?"
Dude, can you imagine the amount of people that would just lose their fucking mind? Like, they would just, they'd be like sending out death threats and shit. Like, everyone would just like want to kill everybody on the panel. And we'd just be laughing at them. Like, seriously.
Okay. Let me jump in on this one.
All right.
There's a trend going around TikTok that I've seen where it's tell me a racist joke that almost got a white dude killed.
Oh shit.
So an Asian guy comes on and says, little black boy's helping his grandmother in the cooking, making cookies in the kitchen. And he throws a bunch of flour on himself. He goes, "Look, Grandma, I'm a little white boy." Grandmother slaps him. Says, "Go tell your mama what you just did." Goes, "Look, Mama, I'm a little white boy." Mother slaps him. "Go tell your father what you just did." Goes in and goes, "Look, Daddy, I'm a little white boy." Father slaps the shit out of him. "Don't you ever do that again?" The kid walks out, and the grandmother says, "So, what happened?" He goes, "I only been white for 5 minutes. I hate you motherfuckers already."
Ah, that's great. That's great. That's great. I like that. Dillard, I don't know if you know any racist jokes. I don't know a lot of racist jokes. Most of my racist jokes have to do with like one-liners, like why do black people call us honkies, Why do they call us honkies? Because it's the last thing they hear before we run them over. Okay. That was a big one when I was younger, but I mean, we didn't really have.
I don't really know any racist jokes.
That's
I very much am a big fan of racial humor, but we never really did jokes to each other because we were it was always just insults, right?
Yeah, well, that's kind of a guy thing though. Like if you, me, and Will were sitting around at a table eating fucking burgers, it would be like one person insulting the other, and then the guy that has the best insult of the night is the guy that won the night. That's just how guys are. Yeah. But when I grew up, we didn't really talk about race. I mean, there was like social.
Oh, I did a lot. Yeah, very much so. I did.
Well, we didn't talk about it. It was always known. Like, I grew up in a predominantly black community. Okay, so like there was just areas of the place we didn't go to. And there were certain people in our school we weren't allowed to hang out with, but you knew this shit. We never had a conversation about it, and we didn't ever talk about you being this or you being that. Those conversations never happened. And, so I love racial humor. My favorite form of racial humor, though, is, and I don't know if this is just a thing, but I love it when the race itself is talking about the racial humor. Like, so Dave Chappelle making fun of black people is some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. That is like hilarious shit because they can't say shit to him. There's this one white guy. I love him. He's on with Joe Rogan a lot. Dude, he does nothing but trash white guys all day long. It's fucking hilarious. He just talks shit about white people. I love that fucking shit. It's fucking, I love that kind of humor. It's really good. So, but that trend though, so has it gotten anybody killed, Will? Has anyone gotten killed yet because of the joke that we know of?
Not me.
I don't want you to die, bro. I'm saying if it's trending on TikTok, I wonder if there's like, suppression of a news story or something of a guy getting killed because he told the joke. You know what I mean? Like
there's another group. It's bunch of younger guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a whole bunch of like, teen to like 20s black dudes. And it was a while that they throw like one of their white friends in the mix. So
like everybody said, they throw him in there,
so it's going to be, fucked up. But they'll tell each other jokes, and it's that like, but you got to keep a straight face while somebody's telling a joke, almost like Nick Cannon's MTV show, where you got to keep like a mouthful of water without spitting it out when the other person's trying to crack you up, right?
Yeah.
And there was one. It wasn't so much a racist joke, but it was like a young black dude telling it, but a younger guy telling it, because I don't get this whole phenomena of, oh man, I ain't gonna eat that shitty food. What are you gonna do? Oh, I gotta go home and eat my girl's ass. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So this young black dude, he's looking at, one of his friends, and he's got the straight face on and goes, I ate ass the other night for the first time. Tasted like shit. I said, Grandma, you got to wipe better next time.
Oh. Dude, I knew it was going there. I was like, no. Oh, so gross. Now I got to get that out of my mouth. Oh, it's bad.
Dylan's going to get it out of his head.
Yeah.
Next video.
Next video. Oh, so bad, Will.
Well, would you eat lab-grown chicken?
What?
Would you eat lab-grown chicken?
Hell no.
An unprecedented move by the FDA last week could change how we consume meat. We spoke with the founder of Upside Foods, a company at the forefront of this.
The fact that FDA greenlit Upside Foods cultivated chicken to move forward to coming to market is something that's never happened in the history of humanity.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Uma Valetti is the CEO and founder of Upside Foods, a California-based company behind the first lab-grown meat to receive FDA clearance, bringing it one step closer to U.S. grocery stores and restaurants.
We'll take high-quality cells from a chicken or an egg, and we grow them with highly nutritious feed, which has a combination of proteins and fats and sugars and vitamins and minerals.
But this is just wrong, isn't it?
With explosive population growth and global demand for meat expected to double in the next 30 years, Valetti believes a lab-grown option that takes 2 to 3 weeks as opposed to months or...
Okay, that's bullshit. Okay?
Yep.
Like, they keep trying to say we're having this, like, explosive growth. We're not. If we're doing anything, we're going down. The birth rate has gone down and the baby death rate has gone up. We're committing, I can't say that word on YouTube. Ends with I, starts with Sue. More than we ever have before. We have, we just, because of the stupid virus that we cannot say and we do not know where its location arrived from, we just lost millions of people because of that. So, no, that's absolutely incorrect. Why do they keep saying that shit? They keep saying that we're going to outgrow our freaking our world when we're not even close to doing that right now. I mean, we only have what is it like? Is it 30% populated of land? Is something like that, I think.
for years to make is the innovative solution we need. Investors include top meat producer Tyson, Bill Gates, Richard Branson.
Not him. Investors include top meat producer Tyson, Bill Gates.
This company, Nature's Find, is using fungi, and then they turn them into sausage and yogurt. Pretty amazing.
When you say fungi, do you mean like a mushroom or a microbe?
It's a microbe.
Harry, for God's sake! You're gonna get us in trouble. Harry, it's all right. I can't take it. I can't take it.
I see what you see. I see what you've been covering. I see what everybody's seen, and asking myself, what the hell is going on?
Mm-hmm. Now, if you guys do recall, there was a certain person that's banned off of Twitter that was talking about cloned cattle. They said he was crazy for saying it. All right. And then about a year later, guess what? They really do make cloned fucking cows. Holy shit. We just watched them cloning fucking chicken. However they want to fucking say it. It might not be technically a clone, but that's basically what they're doing. They're just growing meat in a fucking lab. Okay? But there you go. You know, and we're going to watch another one here in a minute. And it's about, you know, eating certain things for protein. I think it's the next one coming up. So, like, it's, you know, it's, what is it? Soylent Green, like you said earlier, 1984, you know, all this other shit. Now, I don't know if we'll ever go Soylent Green route. For those of you that watch this later and don't know what Soylent Green is, Soylent Green was a movie that was made in the late 70s. And it's basically about us eating ourselves with this liquid called Soylent Green. It's like a yogurt or some shit. And we were basically just putting people that we killed or people that died and recycling them in this giant factory and then feeding it back to ourselves. So it was the Matrix, you know, just not cool.
So I got a question for you real quick before we move on.
Yep.
The general, I guess, consensus, because I looked this up before, for homesteading.
Yeah.
Right. You want a homestead. You want to have an acreage sufficient enough to provide for a small family. Let's say a family of 4 or 5, right? You, your wife, 3 kids.
Okay.
You need between 2 and 4 acres if you manage it very well.
Depending on how you produce and how good you are, yeah, it would be something like that. You're talking about to feed yourself well, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. like if you're good on it, you got everything mapped out pretty well. Not a lot of wasted space. You got area for runoff and fertilizing.
Yeah,
and all that
because
thing.
remember, half
You
of
need
it you're gonna have to do for next season. You keep
Right.
one half completely barren, re-put the stuff in the soil, and then actually the best would be 3. Have 2 that are being redone. That way you're working on a 3-year process. That's what my grandfather always told me.
Yeah, like last I heard, I think it was like a process of like 6 or 7, where you would rotate it, and you would always have one plot to be able to
Something
rejuvenate
like that.
itself for
Yeah,
a
yeah,
year.
yeah.
So about between 2 and 4 acres. So let's say just conservatively 2 acres.
2 acres. Yeah.
For one family. I don't know. I mean, it seems to me like it would require a substantial amount of land, because there are people that, like, millions of people, let's say, that live in Los Angeles. The greater Los Angeles area has millions of people, not just LA City, but greater LA, right?
Yep.
Millions and millions of people concentrated in a very small area. So that area needs to be, the sustenance for that population needs to be brought in from elsewhere. What exactly is the number that we would need? Because the population is kind of, now they've been saying that it's getting towards 8 billion now.
No,
I don't know how true that is, but it was for sure at 7 billion some 10 years ago.
No, I know. If we're still going off the numbers that we have pre-COVID, we're still not even above 6.5 billion. But I mean, that's I have.
Okay, let's say 6 billion.
It was supposed to be 6.3 billion before COVID. That was 2020. So if we're at 6.3 billion,
So let's just
COVID,
say conservative 6, right?
Yeah, or 6.5. Let's just go 6.5. That's fine. Yeah.
6 billion divided by 4. Okay, so we have 1,500,000,000. So we would need 6 billion divided by 4, which means for every family we would need 1,500,000,000 acres.
Well, that's how many acres we would need to sustain the entire world.
Right. Yeah. So let me look up how much 1 billion. How many acres in the world?
Oh, shit,
again, we have to divide this by actual usable land, right?
Yeah, usable. But I have an answer to your question.
Yeah.
So the answer to your question is that you don't live in the areas. Like, for instance, like, I don't know how familiar you are with your state, but if you were to travel to a certain part of your state, there's literally thousands upon thousands of acres of land that do nothing but just grow crops. Okay. California is one of the highest producing produce states in the entire United States. Okay. You guys there's a stretch of, I'm talking hundreds of miles of just land that just does nothing but produce food. Not a single person.
Yeah, you're talking about the Inyo Valley and Madera and all those.
Something like that. All the way down to Mexico, bro. And then imports. So now the average person also doesn't eat the same as another person. Like, there's no way to regulate between people. You have giant fat people and little short people. And something else too, there wouldn't be as many fat people if we were worried about food either.
All right, so I have the answer here, which is 36,794,240 acres. And you divide that by 5, because only 5% of the acreages on Earth, land use, is usable.
Don't divide it by 5, then point it.
So basically, we could have the population we have now, and we could grow from the 1.5 billion acres we would need. We could be 75 times larger than we are now and still have sustainable.
It's something ridiculous like that, yeah. And Jordan Peterson was talking with The Economist that's been studying this for like 30 years, and the guy was like, "We're going to cap out at 9 billion, and then we're going to start killing each other." And
yeah, it looks like we could cap out at around 75 billion.
75 billion, but he's this guy that studies this all the time. When you get to a certain population, right? Our natural instincts. Remember what happened in what was that? Hurricane Rita, where we all got stuck inside of the Superdome. Okay, so whenever we get into an enclosed area, which is going to happen to us because we can't produce buildings fast enough, an area fast enough in order for us to coexist, basically. So we're going to grow faster than we can produce houses to live in. When that happens, we're basically just going to start killing each other. And the way that he was describing was, it's probably not going to be in our lifetime, obviously, but he was thinking within the next 100 years, we're going to get to that 9 billion, 9.5 at the most. And we're basically going to be living elbow to elbow. And we're just going to start slaughtering each other. So,
well, I vote that California starts that first.
California or New York?
Sorry, Dylan.
California, New York. I
don't know.
One.
I mean, I'm hearing your vocal inflection. It doesn't sound like you're sorry to see me.
No, I'm actually not. No.
No, I don't know. I mean, dude, we really miss New York. I love the bagels and the pizza, but
you can get bagels and pizzas anywhere.
I mean, I'm just saying,
So it looks like the world will reach its capacity, right? And by capacity, for people to start eating each other, which is about 80 billion.
Okay.
We'll reach that in the year 2239.
Which is horseshit. Because that ain't never going to happen. No, start with New Jersey. It's funny. New Jersey is kind of shitty. But I mean, we'll never, because there's I forget what it's called. It's like influx of population or something, Dillard. I don't remember it exactly, but it was a really good one with Jordan Peterson. But we get to a point to where we literally can't produce more people because we're so jam-packed that we just kill each other. And it's impossible for us to grow past that point. Now, the Earth.
Well, I mean, we're already at that point. It's called the inner city.
I mean, look at what happens in Chirac. Look at what happens in Detroit. Look at what happens to any overpopulated place. That's what would happen to the world, pretty much. So this whole crap, the world is overpopulated. It's all bullshit, man. It's in any.
Well, it's Star Trek thinking. It's Star Trek thinking in the sense that we're all going to make it to that point. Hundreds of years from now, and we're all still going to be alive, and we're all still going to be in harmony. And
no. 500 years from now, human beings aren't going to exist. If we exist, we're going to exist in another form because we can't not kill each other. Our technology is going to get so great. I mean, look at what we're doing now. We got little supercomputers walking around with us. How long until this motherfucker can vaporize you?
I'm not impressed by that supercomputer. I'm impressed by this fake chicken.
No shit, right? Cloning that shit. Okay.
I want to eat that fake chicken.
You like that shit? You're going to love
I'm
this.
sick and tired of paying $25 for a half-pound steak at my grocery store.
Oh, my God. Dude.
I'll eat
You
that
want to
fake
impress
steak.
me? Get in a limo when Stevie Wonder's driving.
I'm telling you. Guys, okay, look, this next video, I'm telling you, okay? Because we joke about this shit a lot. We joke about this, we joke about that, but this kind of shit's happening, okay? For real. So check this shit out. Now read what that says first. Grasshoppers, Locusta migratoria.
Start by grabbing some air-dried bugs on Amazon. These grasshoppers cost me just £12 and provide me with all the protein I need for the week without destroying the planet. Get the bugs into a bowl and break them down. Blend them into a powder. This is our protein base. Next, cook a handful of rice in simmering water. While that's cooking, add some seed oil to the bugs and stir. Then some flour, sustainable is best. Then we add our bug mix to the rice. Give that a second to blend. Boom, bug burgers. Use your hands to shape the patty, then just fry until golden brown. Beautiful. Now cut some garnish and look at that. Vegan cheese, garnish on top. Fully sustainable bug burgers in 10 minutes.
Oh! Cook it until it walks out of the pan on its own.
You know who I blame? I blame Bear Grylls.
Hey. I mean, at least Bear Grylls was doing it because it was fun.
Nah, he planted the seed in everybody's head.
Dude, they teach us what insects to fucking eat in survival training, but
So why
my
you
God, we
grossed
don't
out?
want to fucking eat them. We don't want to eat the motherfucking bugs. This dude's trying to tell everyone that it's cool. It ain't cool.
I want to eat everything.
And you know what though? I love the little chop bit that he had that was like, I can eat this for 12 pounds and not make an impact by destroying the planet. Go fuck yourself, you fucking. Oh,
Did he say that he paid 12 pounds for that amount of
12
locust?
pounds, dude. Okay, that's
like what, $15?
Yeah, like $15. It's a little bitty tiny thing. But remember what he said. That's all week. Okay? He said that's going to feed him all week, enough protein for him to eat all week.
Yeah, you know why? Because the first time you eat that, and like an hour later, you think about what the fuck you just did, you're not going to eat for the rest of the week. You'll be puking for the rest of the week, but you're not going to eat for the rest of the week.
Dude, they've got pasta now in is it Smoky Joe's? What is it? What's that? Is it
Trader Joe's?
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, they've got pasta now.
It says Smoky Joe's.
Well, it's a food place, man. They probably sell weed there too. Fucking,
I don't know. Smoky Joe's sounds like a great place for barbecue.
True. But
That's Smoky Bones.
Smoky Bones. But okay, so they have this pasta at Trader Joe's that has crickets in it. Says it on the box. Says made with infused with cricket protein. I mean, so I mean, like, dude, it's here. I mean,
well, it's been here forever. I remember when I was a little kid, you could go to like a novelty store at the side of a road and buy crickets and a lollipop.
Novelty, bro. I mean, dude, keyword novelty. You did, dude. You had the scorpions and the suckers, remember? And the worms in the tequila, but it was novelty. It wasn't like it was serious. I mean, dude, no one goes out and wakes up and says, "I'm gonna go eat a fucking cricket, dude," except for motherfuckers like that.
I mean, but motherfuckers like that we just saw, they've always been around.
Okay, again,
these hippie ass weirdos.
Okay, but there's more of them now. Okay, they're not hiding in the shadows, doing this little thing in the corner anymore. They're telling you that you're wrong for not doing this in the corner. Okay, because if we go eat a burger, I'm not talking about McDonald's. Okay, I'm talking like if I go to the store and I buy like 8 pounds of the world's most amazing fucking meat, which is ground beef, and I make a burger at home, I'm a bad guy.
Oh, which is 10% horse.
Or fucking, what is it? Donkey, jackass. But no, like they're trying.
Me?
Right. What was that awesome movie? Was it called Stealing Harvard? That was one of my favorite bits where he's like, yeah, I really like casseroles. Did you just call me an asshole? What? You want a casserole? No, I'm not an asshole. I love that bit. But they're going to keep pushing the envelope, and they're going to keep doing this, and they're going to, I mean, pretty soon it's going to be locusts and cicadas, and then it's going to be, okay, well now it's mealworms, and then it's, going to be something else. We're going to get away from our food. One thing I loved about that chicken one though was, did you see how fat the cattle were? Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
And that video, you see how big? That's an unhealthy cow. Okay, trust me, I'm from Texas. That cow was not healthy. That's a cow that has been fed the wrong food, and it's not good. That'd be bad meat. That meat would be like 60% fat if you were to cut that cow up.
Yeah, that's good ground beef kind of meat there.
Well, it's good for certain things, bad for other things. That would be really shitty certain meat. That'd be really good T-bone though. But yeah. So all right, so we've got 2 more funny ones, and then we're gonna do the Trump story. Then we're gonna say goodbye to Kevin, and then we're gonna call this a night. This one, guys, I thought this was cool. This is no, that's not what I wanted. I said, go fuck yourself, motherfucker.
Hey, and that's how he got to Pornhub.
I know, right? That's how this happened. No, I saw this on a little short. I thought this was interesting. People here in Texas, and I'm sure in other rural areas like myself, don't understand exactly how expensive shit is in the city. So you'll hear people talking about how are they coming here and buying our houses. Well, I want you guys to keep in mind that this is an efficiency apartment in New York. Okay. And I'm not trying to judge this chick. She's probably an Instagram model or OnlyFans or whatever. But yeah, anyways.
Pay for rent in New York?
I pay $2,100.
Can I tour your apartment?
I don't know. Are you a serial killer?
Peach's Castle.
Hey.
Okay, so I am seeing a theme right now.
When I moved here, I was like I kind of want that gamer girl.
No.
Yeah, it's definitely under 300.
Upon walking in your front door, you're.
By the way, guys, if you ever walk into a chick's house and she's got that shit on her bed and she's a grown woman, turn the fuck around and walk the fuck out. That is a crazy bitch.
Oh, let me also give you another tip. if you're walking into a grown woman's house and she's not living with her parents and she's single, also walk away.
That's not a bad.
Basically in the bedroom.
You're basically in the bedroom and you're also in the kitchen. I'm like 4'11", so this
If
is
she's
my
living on her
area
own,
that I
she's a
don't-
whore.
2,100 a month, Dillard. That doesn't include
That's
food.
what my rent costs.
Dude, yeah. That doesn't include food, no groceries, no cell phone, no internet. That woman is paying 2,100 a month. And look, she just said that's her work post right there. Look at that. Yeah.
Most of my time is spent on my bed because, like we said, it's the main event.
I rented an entire condo with a big front and backyard with everything included: heat, electric, cable, internet, everything. My daughter and I, $2,000 a month with everything included.
This is I think she said 300 square feet. That's what she said.
Man, my bedroom was over 300 square feet.
These are like most of the clothes I usually wear.
It's not that bad.
So we have like Pokemon over here. Like
Oh
that's
my
a Lego
God,
set. That's
dude,
a Lego
she's
set.
making that
This
little
is from a Gen
vein
Z
in my
coat.
forehead,
It's like,
dude.
oh, this is like the character's room. You're the main character.
Uh-huh.
How much do you pay for rent?
Oh my God. Thanks. Run. What's that meme? Run. Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, Skinny, what's up, bro?
I'm in
Yeah.
here. Hey.
Dude, Skinny, what's up, man? How you doing? I'm giving you
I'm
dap on the camera, bro. Dap.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
Ow, that shit hurts. I got bony fucking
This
knuckles.
guy's fat as
man.
hell. Why does he call
I know,
himself
what-
skinny?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Look at all this fat. I got tits.
Skinny, this is Dillard. Dillard, this is Skinny.
Yeah.
Dillard Skinny is also a comic book guy, just like yourself.
I've been on streams with Dillard before.
Oh yeah, okay. All right, cool.
I don't think we've like gotten to know each other or anything, but you know, I've been on like Drawn and Quartered Ultimate Edition and shit like that, and yeah,
Well, you know, keep on shaking them tits. We'll get together real fast.
I mean, yeah,
we got a lot of mutuals though, but yeah, so
Keep shaking those tits. Fucking Shadowhawk's gonna come back.
no
Yeah,
shit.
dude. Skinny man, look, I meant to tell you last time. We, and of course, the guys, Dillard, I don't think you met Blair, but Blair's got some stuff going on, so Blair can't be here for a while.
Oh, that sucks. I like Blair. He's
Yeah, I
pretty
do
cool.
too, man. But Blair's a good friend. But he'll be back with us. He said after the first of the year. So we'll just keep our fingers crossed. Hope he'll be coming back to us. But he's up north. Apparently, he had some stuff going on. So I was like, dude, no worries, man. You always got a spot on the stream. But that's why he's not here. Skinny and also Dillard and Will. I think I'm gonna keep the Wednesday night, the Hump Day. And then, of course, my big stream is always Sunday morning at 8:30. So if you guys ever miss it or whatever, those are the times I'm going to be on. Not that we have a lot of viewers, but there are people that are watching it apparently, at least somewhat. But all right, so you missed some really cool shit, bro. But we got the two big stories. We're going to be at the end. One of them is for us, obviously. It's we're saying goodbye to Kevin, the voice of Batman, voice of a generation. And I'm gonna play a movie clip from that here in a minute, but because I don't know if you guys know, but he passed away, and it hit me pretty hard because I mean, dude, that's why Batman, I mean,
Yeah,
I literally grew up with the motherfucker,
I grew up on the animated series. I even still have my old sleeping bag that I got in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like it's a children's. It came with like those shitty tents with just the poles.
Oh yeah,
that
the
just
tents
stick
that
together.
never lasted. Oh,
Yeah,
my God. Dude,
but I still have the sleeping bag legit, and I still like curl up in it when I'm sick.
Do you guys remember the intro for the Batman animated series? How awesome
Yep.
it was, dude. That's like, I mean, I watched
almost as good as the X-Men animated series intro.
Dude, the X-Men animated series intro was good. Hey, I watched that too, but I mean, I'm a Wolverine fan. I like the X-Men, but I'm a Wolverine fan. So I watched the X-Men because Wolverine was in it. But
you're not alone. That's why they have a cartoon called Wolverine and the X-Men.
Yeah. But eventually the X-Men did grow on me. But man, there's never been a cartoon better than the Batman animated series.
Well,
I'm sorry.
one of the reasons it was
Hot
so
take,
good
but-
is it wasn't intended for children originally. It was supposed to be a primetime show, so it was supposed to be more of a family show. So it would have kids
Makes
stuff
sense.
and adult stuff mixed bag.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean,
But
no,
shit, I forget. But they ended up just canning it, and they picked it up for Fox Kids
yeah,
eventually.
it was 5 seasons, right, Skinny? I think.
Yeah, and that's
5
why they have a lot darker episodes and content. They were allowed to get away with certain things that other kid shows couldn't. Because
yeah.
of that status as a primetime show originally.
Well,
It's
I mean,
really weird, man.
The age of that time period, because that was the same time period as Gargoyles and Ren and Stimpy. And Ren and Stimpy was made for adults. That was Ren and Stimpy was originally like a almost a rated X cartoon. And then when Nickelodeon picked it up, they had to tone it down like crazy. If you ever since when you're watching Ren and Stimpy, there was like some seriously huge sexual undertones, that was on purpose because it was
John
originally.
K was a fucking pervert.
Oh, dude, beyond, man, that motherfucker.
He still is. Fuck that guy. He's a piece of shit.
There was a whole episodes like dedicated to like sex and prostitution and death and murder from Ren and Stimpy, and they just cut that shit out. But I like Ren and Stimpy. It's kind of like the Watchmen. The Watchmen's a great comic, but the dude that wrote it's a fucking loon. Not that people that write comic book stories are loons. 3 guys that are comic writers and drawers on the screen. It's great.
Well, I would argue that the thing that made Ren and Stimpy originally really good was Bob Camp.
Okay. I mean, I'm not exactly familiar with Bob Kemp. Can you? Whoops, sorry. Can you explain?
Well, he was one of the writers and cartoonists on it, along with John K.
I know John K. I guess
John K. was incredibly unreliable. If you watch any of the things, like he wasn't making deadlines because he is like essentially a perfectionist. Bob Camp really kind of pulled the show through as much as it was.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, there's YouTube videos out there. I just watched a few documentaries on it. It's just wild shit, man.
I got to check it out. Yeah, because I watched the documentaries that told me about what it was originally made for, but I didn't know that. Okay, all right. So check this out.
Well, the thing is this: John K. was notoriously late because he was a perfectionist, and because he was one of the people that would not take mediocrity as a fucking final product. He would go around and be like, "I've seen this expression before. Make it different. There's 100,000 ways to show somebody shocked. Why the fuck you give me this garbage? Do it again,
Yeah,
which
I
is
heard
why Stimpy was so damn good.
Yeah, now what I heard about John K. is they would write like a whole show. Like he would come in, the whole show would be done, and they're like ready to send it up to get written or whatever, get it produced, and he would cank the whole show. He'd be like, "No, this is bullshit. I want better work." I mean,
oh hey Vince, thanks for having me on. I gotta go help with groceries for Thanksgiving and stuff.
Dude, go, man. Bro, take it. Thanks so much. Thanks for staying as long as you did, man. I really do appreciate it.
All right, see you later.
Hey, later, bro. All right. So, but yeah, so, I mean, that's what I always heard about Kay. I heard Kay was like a super perfectionist and really hard to work with. That's what I always heard about him. But
yeah, he's also a groomer.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I mean this is actually documented stuff. He's already been to court for it and everything, so I'm not saying anything like
this is the real
libelous.
But this.
What the hell? I don't know why that was doing that.
Getting back to it, it sucks that Kevin Conroy passed, though, man.
Yeah, man. Like we're gonna watch
him.
Me too, dude. Okay, I don't know why. I guess my stream is fucking up again. Let's try this again.
He's hanging out with Adam West now, though.
Dude, you ain't whistling Dixie on that, bro. I mean, they're up there joking and smoking right now, for real. I mean, and I know this is a hot take. I was never a big Adam West fan. I always thought that show was so silly. But then, as I get older and I realize what Batman was, and I realize how much of a key role Adam West in the development of Batman, I miss him. I miss him a lot, and I miss the fact that we could joke about it. Okay, so check this out. This is well, I'm calling this Satanism in the open. Let's just call it that.
This is the real footage. But this is the tampered footage.
Andre, congratulations. How did you turn this around?
Man, first off, I need the first thing my Lord say to you.
The issue with sin. It makes us, our sin that's in us makes us do those things. And the only salvation for this sin is the gospel. The only way to really cure that what's on the inside is understanding that Jesus Christ died for our sins. And so to me, on a micro level, it's understanding.
Oh, and just like that, we lost him. I know.
The Masters champion, Bubba Watson.
And then second, I got to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. This day means so much more than putting on this green jacket in many ways.
Froze.
All right, so a technical glitch there.
This is the.
So what this guy was saying was, and he does little videos like this. What he's trying to say is whenever people talk about religion and try to spread the word, the gospel, whatever, that they're just cutting them off. And I know more videos. Like there's like probably a dozen videos that I've seen that actually corroborate his conspiracy theory. Like and if you look at some of the shit that's going on right now, whether you believe in God or not out there, guys, all right, like they're trying to put Satanism, like it's cool now. There was a article I read. I couldn't find it. I wanted to show you guys tonight, but I lost it. But they're trying to do this Satanism education school hour now. After school. Yeah. Like there's an after school Satanism like class that you can join to go learn about Satanism in school. No shit. And the parents are freaking the fuck out. They're like, what? So like, I find that's funny that it's okay for people to be Satanists, but when we start talking about Jesus Christ dying for our sins, we're going to get cut off. That's a little weird to me. Okay, so this is what everybody has been waiting for. I'm sure the people that are watching this and are still watching this, thank you for staying, by the way, the people that have been with us all time. Let's just get this out of the way. Let's see, where did I put that at? Here we go. They're going after Trump again, guys. Just like they always do.
They've never stopped.
They've never stopped. So
you would think that after, how many years have they been trying to find him guilty on something? Like they have thrown everything at this man.
Well, they successfully impeached him in the Senate twice. I mean, dude, like they really hate this guy. So, but I'm with you. I mean, like I have my own opinions of Trump. I've never hidden this. I was not a big fan of Trump when he first was running for president. I thought the same thing a lot of people thought. I was like, look, why do we want this guy in there? He's a clown. Why do we want someone that acts that way? Then he got in, and hey, now I do like how the picture they took though. Look, can you see the orange? I do like that. That's good. That's good. But no, man, when he was in there, he did a lot of good shit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, come on, like give the guy the credit where he deserves credit. I mean, yeah, he was a pompous ass.
Well,
yes,
he wasn't. He was there to do a job. That's the difference. Like Trump already had money. Everybody else who's really getting into politics, if you haven't noticed, they're all there to just make money.
Just to make money. And didn't he take $1 a year or something?
I'm not going to quote anything, but yeah, there was something about where he just foregoed his wages or whatever as the
Something
president.
like that, yeah.
He donated his paycheck back into the country.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I knew
100% sure. I know he said he would, but I can't say for certain.
I can't remember. Yeah, but it was something like that.
I checked it out. It was.
But regardless, that's why they don't like him. They can't buy him. He's going to do what he wants to do. They can't just pay him off. They just, anybody else who like gets a hard on for say, maybe there's a politician who's really gung ho about, the Second Amendment and they want to do more to get rid of the NFA and the ATF and stuff like that.
Right.
Well, I mean, eventually this person's going to come to a point where somebody says, here's a load of money, just shut the fuck up. And they're probably going to take it because most of them do take it. There's the only politician I've actually seen who's like been consistent is like Rand and Ron Paul. Both of those guys have always like grilled everybody when nobody else gives a shit. And for whatever reason, they never get traction because just like Trump, like if those guys ever got elected, they would hate them just as much as, if not more than Trump.
Oh, yeah.
I guarantee it.
And what were you saying? You were having a thought, Will, and we kind of both, me and Skinny both cut you off. What were you thinking?
I think
you were saying something about what he was doing when he got elected, about donating his money or whatever.
Oh yeah. It was proven what he was doing is he was dividing, because they get paid every quarter.
Something like that, right? It's like 60 grand every quarter or some shit.
Yeah. So every quarter he was donating his entire paycheck except for $1 to different areas that needed more funding that the Democrats would knock down and wouldn't allow any funding to go to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
See,
fuck.
Yeah. Funding is the crazy thing in Congress too.
Man, but there's so many crooked guys with that shit.
Well, because everything's got a kickback on it.
Yeah, everybody gets a kickback. I mean, dude, the Pelosi's are literally getting
insider trading.
Excuse me, in Minecraft, obviously, but dude, they're getting insider trading, and you got a guy, Nancy Pelosi's husband, showing up, or the cops showing up at his house. We can't even get the body cam footage. We can't get the real story. There's like a dozen versions of the story now of how he ended up in his underwear and on the floor with a hammer wound on his head. And they've retracted the story at least half a dozen times that I know of.
Well, from what I understand, one outlet got a hold of the body cam footage and they were saying that he had let the cops in. Like he
Something
opened
like
the
that.
door and let
he
them
answered
in.
the door and there was nothing wrong. The cops go inside, and then all of a sudden the guy starts attacking him with a hammer. That's like the most straightforward story that I've heard so far. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Walked to the front door away from the guy, opened up the door, let the cops in, then walked back to the guy.
They're like,
I'm being attacked.
But
he's
what about
telling
the
the
initial
cops,
point?
like, look, guys, I just need to make sure you see him hit me.
Okay, and I've thought about that too, but I keep going back to the phone call. Okay.
Yeah, none of it makes any sense.
Somebody made a call, right? And Pelosi, Mrs. Big Boob herself, wasn't there at the house. This guy was, remember the original story, the very first one that came out. They said there was a guy waving a hammer around in his underwear screaming, "Where is Miss Pelosi?" That was the original story. Yeah, where's Nancy? That was the story that everybody saw right off the bat. That was the very first one. Then everything just went to shit. Okay? Like people in underwear. Then they start dropping the gay undertones of the whole situation, which I think most of that is just misdirection, period. But dude, something happened. And I guarantee you that old bitch was involved. Okay?
What if the guy was just having like crazy gay sex and he just had like a dementia episode because he's old and he forgot who the guy was and called the cops?
Or maybe he was knocking her and the husband's limp dick because of all the drugs and everything. I mean, we know he's got an alcohol problem. So maybe this guy was there boinking, Pelosi, because we have a history of them apparently knowing each other. So, dude, and of course, the first story that we saw was more than likely than not, he's a far right extremist. It was all perfectly planned, but we're getting so far. So, anyways, the people that are involved in this are involved in their own shit. I'm sure that's what our point is, right? We're just saying that the people that are trying to get Trump on whatever trumped up charges that there are, no pun intended, are absolutely horrible people that break the law all the time. Are we agreed with that, or at least allegedly? Okay, I can say allegedly. All right, allegedly, these people have been breaking the law for a very long time, and they have been trying to get this dude just like forever. So, process is the punishment. Why endless Trump probes never require convictions? The Manhattan District Attorney is reopening an investigation into former President Trump's hush money payment to porn star Stormy Daniels. Of all the stories, I'm sorry, guys. I think Stormy's ugly. And I was just like, Trump, if you fucked her, I'm mad at you. And you may be thinking, when will they ever learn? From Russiagate, a pair of impeachments, the Justice Department raid at Mar-a-Lago, which, by the way, they just also released, I believe, right before the show started today, that the investigation in Mar-a-Lago had apparently the want for them to release the paperwork has been denied, so they're still holding on to all of his paperwork. To yet another special counsel, it seems like Trump's tormentors are an army of Charlie Browns trying to keep the football out of Lucy's elusive hold. That actually sounds pretty good. But that's not what really happened. Prosecutors usually only like to take on cases they know they can win, which they haven't, so that's another bullshit answer. But it's different when it comes to dirtying up Trump. Law professor Malcolm Feely said it best. The process is the punishment, which is a very good point. Just dragging his name through the mud. I mean, I still believe this firmly. The biggest reason why Donald Trump lost the presidency wasn't because of the cheating, okay? I think the reason why Donald Trump lost the presidency was because for 4 years, the left did nothing but tell an entire group of the country that he is the most evil thing. He's the new Hitler. That's all they did. Orange man, bad man.
They always project what they're guilty of.
Exactly. Okay, I agree with that statement 100%, Will. So they basically, I mean, if you go right now to New York, California, even in my state, San Antonio, Austin, Denton, Dallas, okay, and you ask certain neighborhoods, what do you think about Donald Trump? He's racist, he's sexist, he cheated and got the election wrong, even though if Republicans say there was cheating, they're terrorists, right? So, they honestly do believe he's like the worst thing since Satan, you know? Why? I mean, seriously.
When you ask them for examples of anything that he ever said racist, they've got nothing. Well, no, I can't quote anything. Of course you can't.
Yeah.
Because you're just talking about your feelings and we're talking about facts.
Facts. And what was the one? Help me remember. I think it was were they standing outside of Donald Trump's building?
Yep.
Holding the signs. And the guy just asked them to say one thing Donald Trump has done that was illegal. One. He wanted one thing Donald Trump had done illegally, and the guy couldn't answer.
I'm not talking to you.
I'm not talking to you. Just like the what is a woman thing. Remember that where the people were just walking away from Matt Walsh? They were just skinny, dude. They were walking away, bro. Like he was just saying, well, can you define what a woman is?
Only a woman knows what a woman is.
Only a woman knows what a woman is. Okay, well, are you a woman?
The one that got me was like, do you know what a cat is?
Oh, wait, what happened to Skinny, bro? Did we lose Skinny?
Skinny dropped.
Oh, shit. Damn, Skinny.
He muted himself, and then all of a sudden he slipped through the crack.
You know what? He I know he's got kids, so something might have happened with the kids, and it is holiday, so
yeah. You missed my joke, but it was just sitting here where I changed my name to Fat Will because I was sitting next to Skinny.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. I like that shit. That's good stuff, man. It's been a good stream, man. I really do appreciate you coming on. You've been keeping me company. Thank you. But dude, let's wrap this shit up, man, because I gotta be up early to start cooking, and it's already 10:13. What about you, man? Before we get out to Kevin, what you got planned for Thanksgiving?
Sleeping.
You're not doing anything? You're not doing any cooking or anything?
Nope.
Oh, cool.
Not doing nothing.
I cook.
I
cook
do
for two
have
people.
an entire pumpkin pie that my girlfriend made before she took off to her mom's. Her mom just had surgery, so she's helping out over there and over there with her daughter and family and everything. And
okay.
I'm not comfortable with holidays, so
I've got to. I cook for two families. Whenever I do Thanksgiving, I cook for my family here, and then but in the morning I cook my best friend's he passed away about 10 years ago, and his mother and father are like my surrogate parents. They're definitely closer to me than my own parents, which is fucked up beyond all recognition. But so I go there and I cook for him in the morning. We visit, and then I come back here and I have my own dinner here with people that I know and people that I care about, friends. But it's always a good one, man. Like I Thanksgiving is one of my absolute favorite holidays, and I really pisses me off that we've stepped away from the things that make us great, that make our country great. And one of the things that really upsets me is how we've stepped away from Halloween and Thanksgiving. Dude, they're putting up Christmas stuff in this year when I walked into Costco, get this. And I hadn't started my YouTube channel yet, but September in Costco, dude, they had Christmas stuff up. And I just looked at the people in the store and I was like, what, are we just gonna go Christmas to Christmas now? I mean, fuck it, let's just do it in January. Anyways. All right, so guys, those of you still watching, thank you for being here. This is for Kevin. Kevin Conroy is the voice of Batman from the animated series. Skinny, when you watch this later, bro, this is for all of us, man. Please enjoy it. This is our farewell to you, Kevin. Wherever you are up there with West and all the future Batmans, we will miss you, brother.
Amazing thing about playing this character for so long, aside from playing Batman, I mean, that dark, brooding, complicated, damaged man, and aside from all the great actors that I've gotten to work with, what's really been interesting is this interaction, this conversation I get to have with the fans. I didn't anticipate when I started how passionate people are about Batman. There's a really unique connection there. Because it's not like that for Superman or Wonder Woman or The Flash. It's different with Batman. And I think the reason is that because of all the superheroes, he's the only one who's actually not a superhero. There's something supernatural about Batman. You know what I mean? He can't fly. He can't see through walls. He's a man. He's a human being. But not only is he human, he's a very flawed human. And he knows he's flawed. He's been damaged by life. So it makes Batman that much more relatable because he's so much like us in a way. What distinguishes him is that no matter what life throws at him, no matter what crisis or challenge or failure, he never lets it crush him. He never lets it make him angry or bitter. He takes that pain that life throws at him and he turns it into something positive. And he gives it back to the world as love. Because his whole mission is to leave the world better than he found it. And it's the nobility of that mission. That's what we admire so much about him. But that's something we can all aspire to in our lives. You don't have to have superpowers to want to give to the people in your life, to want to leave the world a better place. All you have to do is care enough to try. Care enough to want to. Everybody on this planet stumbles at one time or another. But that's not what defines us. What defines us is how we get back up and learn from our mistakes and get back into life and contribute. You have no control over what fate throws at you. You don't know what's coming tomorrow or next month. Life throws curveballs at everybody. But what you do have control over is how you react to those curveballs. You can let them crush you and make you bitter, or you can learn from them and take that knowledge and get back into life. And I tell you, when you face those challenges, you realize really quickly what's truly important. And it isn't the material stuff. That stuff can disappear in a heartbeat. What's truly important are the people in your life, the lives you touch and the people who touch your life. A friend who wants to celebrate you on your birthday. That is priceless. When I go to Comic-Cons, which I love to do, because when you do a voice, you send your performance, you put your heart and soul into it, and you send your performance out into the ether, and you never get to get that feedback from the audience that I'm so used to from stage work. So when I go to Comic-Cons, I discovered that's where I can get that feedback from. And the interaction with the audience and fans has been extraordinary. The stories that they hear about how Batman got them through a dark time in their life, or a difficult childhood, or a challenging home life, how much he means to them, is really extraordinary. You don't have to have superpowers to have a positive effect on the world, to give to the world. It's what you do with your life That's what defines you. And that's a wonderful lesson for everybody. So that to me is what that means. I think everyone can live up to that.
Damn straight, man. Damn straight. Good stuff. Good stuff. You know, it's sad because, you know, Carol, I don't know if you were leaving, but if you were leaving, please have a good night. Get some sleep. Okay. But I mean, he's not wrong, man. Like, Batman and Wolverine got me through some really tough times when I was really young. I mean, I was super into collecting figures and baseball cards and comic books. And man, I remember watching the animated series. Good night, Carol. You have a wonderful night, okay?
Good night.
You know, that animated series, man. I mean, Batman and Gargoyles were two cartoons, and they came on after 3:00. So when I would come home from school, and keep in mind, dude, my high school years were fucking horrible, man. Like you talk about bad high school fucking experience, man. That was me. So when I would come home from school and from football practice, dude, it was an hour. It was back to back. It was Batman the animated series and then Gargoyles. And Power Rangers were in there too, but I wasn't really a huge fan of Power Rangers. But that meant a lot to me. And reading the Wolverine comic books, and then as I started getting into the Dark Knight series and the comics, that meant a lot to me too. So, yeah, Kevin Conroy will be missed, man. All right, brother. Well, hey, while you're here, man, plug your channel. If you want to drop it in the chat for people to see it, man, go ahead. Say your piece, man. I'll do my final out, and then I'm hitting the rack, bro.
Yeah, just search for Creators Outlet on YouTube or anywhere you can download a podcast from. You can follow me on any of those platforms, whether it's, you know, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Can help me out a lot. And if you follow me on one of those, make sure you rate the podcast. 5 stars is the appropriate number of stars, and
the maximum.
that help. The more of those that I get, the more people will see it come across their feed that, you know, listen to like-minded podcasts.
Right. All right. And as for me, guys, again, thank you so much, creators, for joining me. Thanks for staying on here with me for so long. Dillard, Skinny, you guys too, man. Shadowhawk, when you sober up and you send an apology to Carol, I'm sure you guys will work things out. Carol, you're always a champ. To everyone else on the chat, we got Super Spurg tonight. Thanks for being here for so long. Death, Eric, you guys, you know, awesome. You guys will make everything worth it. And the sex bot, I'm sorry, but I don't like you. You're gonna have to go away. Everyone else that's gonna watch this later, look. I always say the same things to everybody whenever we're wrapping up. I cannot stress enough on the fact that some of the things that we talked about tonight, same exact shit. Okay, like, you know, we've got to pull together. We got to stop hating each other. We got to stop letting these stupid motherfuckers divide us. You know, I got told something a long time ago. I'm leaving you guys with this. I got told something a long time ago. People said that I rub people the wrong way because I use too many cuss words and I'm too aggressive. I'm too loud. I'm too brutal, too brutally honest. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm real. You know, what you see is what you get with me. And I might cuss a lot, but I care a lot too. So, you know, next time you guys want to judge someone, you know, the next time someone says something that offends you, especially if it offends you, because remember, facts don't care about your feelings. And I know feelings don't care about facts, but at the end of the day, the facts are what's going to get us through. And as long as we stick together, as long as we understand that everybody's different and that we're not going to make it through this stupid world without each other, we're going to be okay. But the next time someone offends you, take a second or a moment to try to look at the world through their eyes. And then maybe try to find some way to identify with that person. And then maybe they won't offend you so much. All right? Let's get out of here, man. You have a wonderful night, creator. Let's end this broadcast. Peace out, guys.